Had 5 minutes to make sure the mic was working. And now the mic is working. For some reason, something happens every single day when I go live that makes it sure that I will miss the first 5 to 10 minutes of the Cardinals football game. Live stream going, ladies and gentlemen, for 10 minutes in the game. All of a sudden, my mic wasn't working. So we are back to watch the Cardinals game versus the Rams. And I am watching them right now with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter. The Cardinals have a 7-0 lead. And right now the Rams are trying to drive on their first drive against the Arizona Cardinals. We missed, because I was muted, a very exciting drive where Trey McBride got 2 massive catches downfield, and then Michael Wilson got a 20-yard catch for a touchdown. And yeah, so that is what happened. And it was very exciting, and I got very loud and excited. And then I went ahead and I put the scoreboard to 7. And then I found out my mic was muted, so we missed the first 5 to 6 minutes of this game. I thought for sure this week, finally, this would be the first time that I would actually start a game correctly at the right time and be able to talk about it without missing the first 5 minutes of the game. As Corum is going to take this handoff, miss a few tackles, and they're all the way down to the 8-yard line already. The Rams threatening to score a quick touchdown against our leaky defense. All right. Man. Woo! Okay. We're going to share our screen to get this score up. We're going to make sure that we can actually see it. And then we are going to see if we can get this stream back on the rails here. Every fucking week, same thing. It's the same thing. Like allowing Corum to run right down the field. And this could be ugly in shootout today where the Cardinals offense makes big plays all game long. There we go. Hopefully this pops up correctly so everybody can see it. And we will make the question for the Q&A pop up once again here. We're going to ask, how many wins will the Cardinals have this season? How many? Oh, there we go. We put 2 M's on it. How many wins will? We are trying to keep the Rams from scoring right now. End the season with. There's the question for the chat that we had to do again because we didn't get the stream going correctly. And now we're 5 minutes late. All right, Matthew Stafford looking to pass. He's going to pass a fade, and it's wide open in the end zone, but it was over Devontae Adams' head. That is not a touchdown. So it is going to be, that was a missed throw and an easy touchdown if he hits him. All right, I cannot see my messages. I cannot see the chat to be able to type a message in the chat right now. So let me just see if I can figure that one out. I do have the live pulled up so you guys can see the play-by-play here on the ESPN website and the win probability for each team. All right. Snap to Stafford, looking to throw. He's going to pass this ball out, and it is incomplete. 2 straight incompletions, and it is going to be 4th and goal for the Rams, who now are going to have to kick a field goal. Nice job, Cardinals defense, getting a big stop. They bent, but they didn't break. They're going to force a field goal on this drive. All righty. That field goal kick is up and good, and the Rams now have a 7-3 deficit. The Cardinals have a 7-3 lead. Isn't anything here, but I can't type in my chat right now, so we're going to, while we're on commercial break, we're going to hop out our screen real quickly, and we're going to go to live chat. I would like to be able to do that. There we go. Type in the chat how many wins you think the Cardinals are going to finish the season with while we're on commercial break. And while you're here, thank you for hanging out. That's all I got to say. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to put in my welcome message here. Welcome to the Cardinals versus Rams live play-by-play. Come hang out with me while we watch the game, guys. Come hang out with me while we watch the game. We're on commercial break. You're not missing anything, guys. We are on the play-by-play for the Cardinals and Rams game right now, and we will be providing that when we get back from commercial break. It is 7-3 right now. Cardinals have a lead, and they get the ball back after the break. And subscribing is free, so thank you for hanging out. Be sure to subscribe if you like Cardinals content, Arizona sports content. I will be talking about the Diamondbacks once the season starts as well. Not too much on the Suns, but that's because I'm not too into basketball. There we go. Now we're going to pin this message at the top for all you football fans. We're going to watch this game. We'll be back in about a minute from the commercial break, and then we will get the Cardinals' second drive of the game. They drove down the field in elite fashion. Let's pull up the screen for you guys once again now. Want to make sure we can see that. All right, while we're on commercial break, I just want to explain when I've been having trouble. The 3 games I've live streamed this year, getting the game started at the correct time, getting the stream set up so it's actually correct. And today, I had a little bit more trouble with that because I finally was on time. I started the game correctly at the correct time, and I had everything set up right, and I did everything I needed to do before the stream. Play going for you guys. And then my first 10 minutes of the game. So I, again, am going to have the stream. You know, if you guys look at this after the live, that is again not started at the beginning of the game. It started like at 9 minutes in the first quarter. So if it's not one thing, it's another thing. I had the mic plugged in, and for some reason, it just decided it didn't want to work. It wanted to be muted. So anyways, we are back from commercial break, and we're going to see if we can do the rest of the game without any more technical difficulties, because there's always one really big one each week. So, but that's just life, isn't it? That makes me more relatable as a YouTube creator, I guess. Kickoff's going to be kneeled in the end zone. Not going to be taken out. Jacoby Brissett went. We just drove down the field so fast on that first drive. It was awesome. It was a drive. Fuel. Mountain Dew, not a sponsor. Jacoby Brissett under center. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. He's going to hand this ball off to Knight, who's going to look for a few yards. He's going to hustle his way for a couple yards on the ground. Not much doing. Yeah, so the Cardinals really had the passing game going that first drive. 64 yards for them, 53 rushing yards for the Rams. So we got to work on that rush defense for the rest of the game. But they couldn't get anything going passing as Stafford couldn't hit his guys. That's not going to last the whole game, though. I can tell you that right now. Jacoby Brissett is in the gun. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. He's going to complete the pass. And that's a first down for the Cardinals. About a 10-yard gain. Who caught that football? Bam Knight. I thought it was the running back running out of the backfield, but I was a little bit concerned. Did not want to announce the wrong name. NFL rake since week 6. Pass yards first, completions first, attempt all first for Jacoby Brissett, who has been really good with this Cardinals offense. But for some reason, we've only won 1 game with him. It's been the most frustrating year as an Arizona Cardinals fan that it could possibly ever be. And just so you guys know, if you decide to type in the chat asking me questions, if you want to hang out, that's totally cool with me. Love having the questions and chatting with you guys. I will only be able to look at them in between commercials so that you guys can actually see the plays on ESPN.com here. Otherwise, the screen might go black or freeze. We do not want that to happen. We got a false start on the offense. Looks like it's Higgins, who loves committing penalties. He's been doing that all year long. Higgins is responsible for 1 or 2 flags every single game, the backup tight end behind McBride. Who knows if he will stay on the team next year. There's a lot of Cardinals, a lot of free agent moves that I'll be talking about at the end of the season, though. A lot of shakeups that the Cardinals might be seeing, though. A lot of things might be changing for Arizona. A lot of people may be leaving. Brissett looking to throw on 1st and 15. That throw is going to be out of bounds. He's just going to try to avoid the sack. And he was able to do so, actually, very impressively. Going to be 2nd and 15 now for the Cardinals. Penalties, just mistakes, big mistakes. Looked like there might have been a holding on that play. The refs did not see it. They did not want to call that one. Jacoby threw that ball out of bounds, but avoided 3 sacks on that play. He's such an elusive, for his size, a very elusive quarterback. All right, Jacoby Brissett in the gun. Looks like Knight is out to his right. Going to take the snap on 2nd and 15. The pass is completed on a screen. This is caught, and he's going to get about 3 yards on the play. Number 82. Who the heck is number 82? It is Bakella. I hate it when he catches the ball because I don't know what his name is. Andre Bakelia. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I cannot see the chat right now. I will not be able to see it until we get to commercial breaks. We have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. Much for watching this. I love your faces, even though I can't see them right now. And it is 3rd and 12. Pardon me, 3rd and 12 for the Cardinals. Brissett all alone in the backfield. He's going to take this snap, looking to throw, gets hit as he throws, and that pass is incomplete. The Cardinals will have to punt this football. So to answer the question, will the Cardinals be able to respond to that 3 points by the Rams and keep that momentum going? The answer is no. And the big start, the big thing that shot them in the foot this time, because the Cardinals have been 9 straight weeks in a row, or 9 of the last 10. They've been shooting themselves in the foot with bad start on this drive by Higgins. It derailed the drive before by making you go backwards 5 yards immediately, and they just could not respond, even though it was only 5 yards. Still, it means a lot. Every yard. And this punt is going to be returned out to the 25. Rams will get the ball back. Coming back out onto the field. Looks like we're going to have a commercial 2 minutes, and then we'll be back. But let's go hop into the stream. Perfection. All right. No new comments to speak. No big deal. All right. We've had 34 people hop into the stream today. That's awesome. Thank you to everybody who's hopping in and out as we go throughout the game today. All right, we're in commercial break right now. You know what? I don't like having that ESPN thing up. It makes me so small, and I worked so hard on this Christmas set. I would like everybody to see it while we're on commercial break at least. But when we're not on commercial break, I want to do the play-by-play and have you guys see me and my set that I worked so hard on. And, yeah. All right, so we'll be back from commercial break in probably about a minute. I'm assuming a minute to a minute and a half, and then the Rams will get the ball for the second time today. Welcome into my play-by-play hangout area for the Cardinals and Rams game today. Super glad to have you here. Let's adjust the score to make sure we actually have it correct. All right. There we go. That's the correct score in the game right now. We hit 208 subscribers. It was actually 209 yesterday. We gained about 8 subscribers this week, so thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. We did lose 1 overnight, so somebody decided they just weren't feeling it. No big deal there. But we are at 208 right now, so big thank you to all 208 of you who are subscribed to the channel. I feel bad that I started the game correctly at the correct time today and had about 11 people hop in immediately, just to then have them leave because I was muted for 10 minutes. Should be back any minute now. But one day we're going to have thousands of people in the stream, or at least 1,000. 1,000 will be in the stream as we do this yearly. Every single week, we're going to be doing the Cardinals games every single year. We're coming back from commercial break now. The crowd, I'm pretty impressed. The crowd looks mostly red today. There are some seats missing. There are some people not in the top of the stands, though. So while we are not selling as many tickets, it's just a whole blue stadium of Rams fans, which I do appreciate Cardinals fans being loyal enough to fill the stadium with mostly red and black today. Rams going to hand the ball off on the first play. That is going to go nowhere. All right, good response from the Cardinals. The Rams went about 60 yards down the field on their first drive running the football. So a good response right there. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter right now. I've got a Milky Way and a Mountain Dew here today to help me watch this game. What are your guys' snacks? Everybody's got a fun snack while they're watching the game. Los Angeles Rams looking on 2nd and 10. to probably pass this time, I'm assuming. Running back out to Stafford's right. 2nd and 10. Stafford's going to take the snap, looking to throw the football. He's going to throw the football, and it is completed. A fantastic catch. Is that Nacua? That is Puka Nacua for a Rams first down. Really good throw, really good catch. Pretty good coverage on this play, but somehow Nacua was able to make the catch. Really good receiver. So, honestly, one of the top 10 receivers in the NFL, and that may be underselling it because he is a really good receiver. 1st and 10 for the Rams. They're at near midfield right now. Oh, Mama home? You want to go say hi? Go get it. All right. A big catch for Nacua downfield. This ball's going to go all the way into Arizona territory, down to the 22-yard line. My wife is home from a trip right now, so the dog is going crazy to see her real quick. Sorry about all that ruckus and commotion real quick, but that was a big pass completion downfield for the Rams, 10, 20, 30. A little more than 30 yards down the field, all told. About a 33-yard completion. And the Rams have a first down just like that. Cardinals defense not looking too good today at all. I mean, there's a lot of key inactives in this game, but come on, guys. What are we doing? I had a feeling we're going to lose by double digits in this game, just to being a completely honest and realistic Cardinals fan in this one. Handoff on 1st and 10. It's going to go for about 7 yards. At the 16-yard line, it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Rams. All right. Looks like we're going to be a bend but don't break defense today, or we're going to allow a lot of points. They are showing that massive one-handed catch by Puka Nacua with his right hand, reaching up for that. That was not on this game. It was in a different game, but that was a great catch. I think it was last week against the Panthers or something. All right, 2nd and 3, Stafford under center. He's going to hand this football off, and that is already a first down. It's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Corum almost scored on that play. Collins knocks him out of bounds, and it is getting real close to a touchdown Rams. Real close to a touchdown Rams. We have 6 people hanging out with us today. Thank you so much for watching. While I do play-by-play and we hang out watching the Cardinals game. It is 7-3 right now with the Cardinals in the lead, but the Rams are about to score if the Cardinals can't get a goal line stand pretty much here. They're going to have to stop them 3 straight times. Maybe even 4 if they go for it on 4th down. We'll see what happens, but I'm of the belief that they're going to punch it in right here. This defense isn't making much happen right now. 1st and goal for the Rams. This ball is going to be handed off as well, and it is going to be a touchdown. Immediately, he fell in pretty much uncontested, and the Rams are going to add a touchdown to their score total. We will check the scoreboard right now to reflect the score. Rams are blue, Cardinals are the orangish red color, and it is going to be, I'm assuming the extra point is going to be made, but it will be 10-7 after we get back from this replay here. So let's just see. They're setting up the kick right now. I'm a few seconds behind the actual live, just so you guys can see the reaction following what happens. I'm like whatever my YouTube stream is on YouTube TV. It's like 5 seconds behind what the updates are. There you go. The kick is good. So we have a 10-7 game. Los Angeles has the lead now, and we will be heading to a commercial break. Not on the stream. There are no commercials on this stream, and subscribing is free. We have 208 subscribers. We are on commercial break, though, in this game, and this game will be back in about 2 minutes. The Cardinals will get the ball for their 3rd drive, and now you have to answer. The first drive was really good, going downfield, getting the ball to Trey McBride, really moving the ball quickly. 20-yard touchdown pass to Michael Wilson. Got him on the lead 7-3. Then the Rams responded. Corum was running down the field like it was nobody's business. They pretty much did the same thing again this time, except this time, instead of getting 3, they got 7. So right now it is a 10-7 lead. The running game working really well for the Rams in that drive. The passing game, Puka Nacua getting loaded. Bunch of passing yards for those of you who have him on your fantasy team. Let's take a look at some of the stats. He now has 6 carries, 48 yards for Corum. Mevis 1 for 1 on the kick opportunities, 1 for 1 on field goal opportunities. Let's take a look at the other stats around the games here. We got inactives like crazy for the Cardinals defense, and it is showing right now. Brissett has 76 passing yards and Stafford has 56, pretty much all but 7 of them on that last drive. There were 49 passing yards for Stafford. Corum has 48 rushing yards. Bam Knight only has 5, so we got to get that going. Nakua now has 50 receiving yards, and McBride has 45 receiving yards. We have 10 people hanging out with us right now in the stream. Super awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me right now. We have 208 subscribers. Subscribing is free, and watching the video is free, and there are no commercials on my channel. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'm never going to ask you for money. All right. I am pulling up the live videos here. We are almost back from commercial break. We have a Fox ad, which means we will be back soon because this game is on Fox today. We'll be all good. Hey, don't flip me off. My wife's flipping me off over here. He had a little mini walk. He pooped, and he had lunch.
Oh, yeah. So
he just needs a walk with you. Great. All right, we're back from commercial break, everybody. The Cardinals have to respond. The second drive, they were not able to do anything in that first false start by Higgins, the backup tight end, did not start them off on the right foot. A false start on first down is not what you want to have. You cannot go shoot yourselves in the foot. That's what the Cardinals have done the last 10 games of the season and pretty much the whole year, honestly. And this defense they look like they've given up on the season. There's too many talented players on this defense for the Cardinals for them to play like they have so far in this game. Wide open receivers. The Rams are just chilling on the sidelines. They feel pretty confident about this one. This kickoff's going to be grabbed at the goal line, and he's going to slip down at the 18-yard line. Literally fell down. Brooks falls down, and Cardinals are going to start with the ball on the 18. Here they come. We're leading in passing yards so far. We are way behind in total yards and in rushing yards so far. 7 first downs for the Rams, 4 for the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been passing it more, which I do appreciate. They are better passing the football than they are running the football. So I'm glad that they are passing the football more. Looks like they're in the formation here to run the football to start. We have Higgins in motion, and it's a fake handoff. Brissett's looking to throw. He's actually looking to run now, and he is going to run. About 4 yards on that one. QB scramble for Jacoby Brissett. 1 minute left in the first quarter. We're going to probably get a couple more plays, and then we're going to get another commercial break. 1 minute left. 2nd and 6, so it was 4 yards on the ground. I'm getting better at that. Every week I'm getting a little better predicting how many yards they got. I was 1 yard off every single time the last couple of weeks. Drew Petzing, get him off the... Why is Drew Petzing still employed? That's all I want to know. All right, Jacoby under center again. 2nd and 6. This time they are going to hand the ball off to Knight. Knight is going to get about half of what he needs. And there is a flag down on the field. We got Laundry, and this might be coming backwards again. Again, it's on the Cardinals, shooting ourselves in the foot. I don't know how you honestly get a flag on a running play that was that quick. It was just a handoff right up the middle, a dive right up the middle, and we had a holding on like a 2-second play. How do you hold on a 2-second play? Number 71. First NFL start. Okay, well, give him a little bit of grace on that one. It is his first NFL start from what they just said in the booth. But how do you do that? That was just a halfback dive up the middle. The play was 2 seconds long, and there is the shot in the foot that I was talking about that we did on the last drive, and now here we go again. Cardinals are finding themselves on 2nd and 16 now after moving backwards 10 yards from the holding call. Will they hand it off or pass? I think they should totally pass here. And looking to pass is Jacoby Brissett on 2nd and 16. This time he's scrambling out again. He's going to run again, and this time he's spinning out of a tackle all the way out to the 22-yard line. Who needs Kyler Murray when you got Jacoby Brissett, right? Kyler Murray's fast and nimble and quick. That's the end of the first quarter. They'll probably do another commercial break before the 3rd down. NFL loves their money. They just want to eat up that money. As many commercial breaks as possible. We just want to nom up on that money. So we're going to go to another commercial break. And then after the 3rd down, if the Cardinals have to punt the football, hopefully they won't have to punt the football. But if the Cardinals do have to punt the football, we will have another commercial break probably. So, NFL loves their money. They eat it up like Ezekiel Elliott. But Trey McBride, that should be his new thing now. It should be the eating the cereal thing. Because he did that once in this game, and he deserves it. But yeah, no, Jacoby Brissett is able to scramble out and avoid sacks like nobody's business. And he's able to actually scramble with pretty good speed given his size because he has such long legs. He is so tall. He's able to run downfield pretty effectively. So, yeah, we're on a commercial break, but you're not missing anything right now because you're hanging out with me and you don't have to watch commercials when you're here with me. Because screw commercials, am I right? And my mic is working and my camera's working. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. It's a good day today. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Hope you're having a fantastic day while we're on this commercial break. Just want to say that. It is freezing outside where I live. But man, super glad to have you here hanging out with me. Hopefully, let me know if you are in the chat. Well, I'm telling you about my day so far. Been pretty good, except for the first 10 minutes of my stream. My mic was muted, but everything's working right now. We're ready to go for the rest of the game. As long as everything keeps working. I got this nice mic here for a reason. We got 7 people hanging out with us right now. Our max today has been 11 at one time, and we are watching the Cardinals game. Thank you so much for being here. We hit 208 subscribers this week, so we are feeling blessed. Super happy to be here, even though the Cardinals have had a rough season. And we'll be talking about the Suns. We'll be talking about, the Diamondbacks. This is an Arizona sports channel, not just the Cardinals. So thank you for being here, hanging out. 49er fan rooting for AZ. Hey, welcome in, man. Super glad to have you here. Man, the Cardinals are eliminated. Now we just play spoiler. And the 49ers already handled their business against us this season. So, you guys got your 2 wins. Now you could root for us for the rest of the year to spoil all the people in the NFC around you, help you guys get better playoff positioning. But yeah, the 49ers, man, they did what the Cardinals couldn't do this year. They were so injured, just like the Cardinals, but they figured out a way to win all the games that they were playing. Even though the Cardinals were doing the opposite, they were losing all the games. They were figuring out how to lose. But yeah, sure, I'm super glad to have you here, hanging out, watching the Cardinals game and rooting for the 49ers. I'm rooting for the Cardinals and the 49ers, man. Appreciate the support for 1 week against the Rams here. All right, 3rd down. Here comes Brissett. He's going to throw this ball. It is completed downfield. It's Michael Wilson who stiff arms the second guy. Almost broke that for a touchdown. He is upset. He thought he had a touchdown on that one. That's a 20 to 25-yard pass completion for Michael Wilson. Absolutely stiff arms the cornerback here on the it's the safety, actually. Number 26, though, got his ankle, barely brings him down for a tackle. That was almost a touchdown on 3rd down. Michael Wilson, man, he is such a different receiver when he is the wide receiver 1 versus wide receiver 2. It is a completely night and day difference between him when he's all alone out there as the wide receiver 1 and when Marvin Harrison's out there. Michael Carter's taking the handoff this time. He's going to get about 3. First handoff of the game for Michael Carter. And man, I don't know why we put Bam Knight in more. I really am higher on Michael Carter than Bam Knight. I'm not sure why we're not getting Carter more involved in the passing game. Ooh, that beanie on Marvin Harrison Jr. is clean. Might have to add to my beanie collection. That is a nice beanie on Marvin Harrison. Oh my goodness. I'm a beanie guy, guys. And I'm also a hat guy, so I have a bunch of hats. I'm also a shoe guy. I maybe have a problem. That is a nice beanie. 2nd and 8. Yeah, but Michael Carter needs to be more involved in this offense, especially in the passing game. Brissett looking to throw. This pass is going to be caught. Michael Wilson again. That's a 1st down for the Cardinals. They are moving the ball downfield with relative ease on this 3rd drive. And the blocking by the O-line is looking a little bit better today than it has in the last few weeks. And we have a rookie in his first NFL start playing. He had the holding call on him, but the blocking by him looks a little bit better so far than whoever the heck was in for him. Honestly, I think we need to shuffle some things up in the O-line. Anyway, this O-line has looked awful this season. Rams are primarily passing. AZ should be too. I agree. AZ should stay super aggressive passing the football today. Enough of this ticky-tack BS, so I don't want to waste time running the football. Michael Wilson gets another catch on 1st down. That's going to be about a 4-yard catch, and they swarm him big time. I don't know why Michael Wilson disappeared last week. He was just not anywhere to be found in our massive loss last week. I say massive because we should have won against the Buccaneers, and we lost somehow. The season was practically over anyway. Oh, Coach Gannon's on the sideline. His arms are actually not crossed for once. Every time I say that, he crosses them immediately again. All right, Jacoby Brissett alone in the backfield, standing on the 40-yard line. He's going to take the snap. He's going to quickly pass this out. It is caught by, looks like McBride, who's going to get slammed down onto the ground. But he's fine. And he's letting him know about it. He's like, that doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. Give me more of that. Man, we need more McBrides in the draft this season. We need to get more McBrides. We need to get more guys like James Conner. We need to get more guys like, Michael Wilson, dude. I like him more than Harrison right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I like him more than Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison's looked pretty soft. Looks like he can't really catch the ball. But when Wilson's the wide receiver one, it is a completely different looking offense. All right, third and three. Got a little excited, but that will be a first down. I just was predicting it, guys. I knew it was about to happen. Catch completed for about 10 yards for a first down. That is Michael Wilson again. I started him in fantasy. I'm so excited about that. Maybe I'll win once this week. My team, just like the Cardinals, is 3-9 in fantasy and is eliminated from the playoffs, but I'm just trying not to get last place in my league. Oh, new subscriber. We got the ding right there. Thank you. We just hit 209 subscribers. You guys are awesome. And our max would be 210. We've never hit 210, so that would be our new max. We've been going 3 months on this channel, and we are growing like a wildfire. Thank you guys for being here and watching. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Jacoby is going to look the handoff. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's running to his right. Pass completed. Who is this one? 86 on the catch for 13 yards. The Cardinals are in the red zone and threatening to tie this game. I do not want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say what I was thinking I might say. But if I have wood on this desk here, so I'm going to knock on wood. If the Cardinals don't turn the ball over, they will be able to at least get 3 points on this drive. Okay, I was knocking on wood the whole time there. So hopefully we'll be able to at least get 3 on this drive and tie the game up. But I'm not looking for 3. I'm looking for 7. Look at Jacoby's jersey. It's number 7 for a reason, because he's a touchdown master. Let's get a passing touchdown. There are 3 running backs in this formation all around Brissett. As he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to run this one and just dive down at the line of scrimmage. That play kind of broke up pretty quickly. 10 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Cardinals driving the football down the field right now. Michael Wilson, we're going to have to look at his stats in the next commercial break, because this guy is going off so far today. Almost all of the receiving yards almost have gone to him today, except for the first 2 big completions to McBride. But those 2 are like the only 2 that get pretty much the majority of all the completions when it's just those 2 as the primary 2 targets. And the other guys are pretty quiet usually, get maybe 1 or 2 catches. Jacoby taking the snap on 2nd and 10, looking to throw this football. He's going to get that out, but it is going to be incomplete. But he's doing a great job avoiding the sack today. The pocket was closing pretty quickly on that one, so he had to get that ball out pretty fast. But hey, this is looking way better than last week. Last week against the Bucs, the pocket was closing within 2 seconds, and Jacoby couldn't find a way to get this ball out. He was getting sacked a lot too in the last 2 to 3 weeks. So the offensive line looking better today, and I'm going to give them their props when they deserve it. They are looking better today. 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals. I love how the Cardinal is shiny on the helmet this year. They haven't changed that. They did a little bit of a tweak to the helmet. It looks so good this year. Jacoby looking to pass on 3rd down. Gonna throw this ball. No, he's not. He's gonna get sacked at the 20-yard line. It looked like he threw, but he had pump faked. And the captain of the Rams defense, captain of the D-line, gonna sack Jacoby, and this is gonna be a field goal opportunity. Now, 2 things to realize here real quick, guys. Last week, Ryland missed a very key kick because the Cardinals ended up losing by 3. The week before, Ryland missed one of his field goal attempts as well, and the Cardinals ended up losing by 3. Now, here is our first field goal opportunity of the game for the Cardinals. Ryland is going to try to not miss this one. He's 18 of 23 for the year with a long of 57, and this one is good, though it was close to not being good. It hooked in almost around the right upright. It is now a 10-10 game, though. The Cardinals have tied this football game up, and at least they did not shoot themselves in the foot big enough that they ended up, turning the ball over. That's such a Cardinals thing to do, to either get sacked back out of field goal range or penalize yourself out of field goal range or miss the kick. But they did not this time. The Cardinals have tied the game 10-10, and we have 10 viewers in our live stream as well. So it's tens, tens, and tens everywhere, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me while I watch the Cardinals game. You're not missing anything right now because we're on commercial break at the moment, and I'm going to take a sip of my drink because my voice will be gone if I do not. There's a new SpongeBob movie, guys. Who's going to go see that thing? They're still making SpongeBob movies. That's crazy. I remember watching him when I was a little baby. We have our 209th subscriber over the last couple of minutes. We just hit our second like on the live stream, and we have so many amazing people here watching the stream with me. I know you're amazing because you're here watching my channel with me and helping me get my watch time I need. So you are absolutely awesome for that. And we are trying to, we're working our way towards the goal of 500 subs and 1,000 hours of watch time right now. We're almost there at the 1,000, but then the next goal is 3,000 to be able to get the cool live stream features that we need to make the live streams more fun. We're on commercial break right now. Not missing anything at all right now. Subscribing is free. Watching my stuff is free. Go check out some of my fun videos on my channel and hop back in the stream after. Especially the Cardinals fans' reactions during each game of the season. Those are fun little videos I make that are kind of funny. The other videos I make are more serious and just talk about football. But I talk about a little bit of everybody, mainly the Cardinals, though. So welcome in AZ Cardinals fans. Welcome in Los Angeles Rams fans as well. This is an Arizona sports channel that's been going for 3 months, and we're at 209 subscribers. So super happy to have all of you here. We'll be back in about 30 seconds from the looks of it. We're winding down these commercials. They're showing some weird Tubi TV show. Sidelined 2. Ooh, romantic. All right, we're back. They're showing Jacoby on the sideline. That drive took 8 minutes off the clock. So the Rams have not had the ball in the second quarter, and there is only 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. That's what you want to do when you're the underdog in a game. You want to control the game flow. You want to control the amount of time of possession that you have, and then therefore you can control the amount of time of possession that the opposing team has as well. Just waiting for the kickoff here. The ref is holding the kicker from kicking this ball, and now he is allowing the kick to happen. So very gracious of him. Thank you, ref, Mr. Ref. We want to kick this football. The kick is up. Hey, and if you're not a Cardinals fan in the live stream here, just know I also am going to be streaming playoff games. So be on the lookout for that later when the playoffs start because the Cardinals aren't going to be there. So I got to stream some sort of football. And so I'll be streaming the playoff games, at least most of them. I'll be at a wedding during the literal Super Bowl, though. So I will not be able to stream the absolute literal Super Bowl or watch it because I'll be at a wedding. Who schedules a wedding during a Super Bowl? People who don't like football, I guess. But me and my father-in-law were not too pleased. The Rams have the football now for their next drive. Oh, let me move. I'm blocking the scoreboard. First play is going to be completed for 9 yards. Little pass out of the backfield. Williams. Matthew Stafford was the November NBC Player of the Month, and he deserves it, man. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, coming on to the twilight of his career, and he's a really good guy, really good quarterback. And as much as I hate LA and any LA team, I mean, I don't hate the city of LA. I just don't like any of the teams because I'm an Arizona fan. 2nd and 1 handoff is going to be a first down and 2 missed tackles and a lot more for the Rams. They're going to get all the way to the 36 of the Cardinals, and we have 2 plays, and they're almost to the red zone again. The Rams storming down the field once again. The Rams in the running game getting most of their yards in the running game today. The last drive was passing, though, to Nakua quite a bit, but the running game has been really on fire. But we have laundry on the field right now. Let's see what this flag is. Green Bay just got a touchdown against the Bears. Nice. Hopefully that's a good game. I do have Jordan Love on my fantasy football team, so hopefully it was a passing touchdown and not a Josh Jacobs running touchdown. Holding on the Rams. This whole big 20-something yard run is going to come backwards. We're going to beep this ball back. Beep, beep, beep. They're going to lose 10 yards on what was a great play for them, and hopefully this derails their drive. Yeah, the holding is on number 18, who his name is Ferguson for the Rams. Looks like a pretty young dude. Probably a newer player for the Rams, maybe a rookie. And the refs are still talking. They're still chatting right now. For some reason, they're hanging out and chatting. And they figured out, a conversation where they're going to dinner after the game. They're like, okay, I know this good pizza place, all this other stuff. Okay, cool. We'll go hang out over there. Cool. Okay, they're just confirming the down and the pizza place they want to go for dinner. Sorry, that took a little bit of time. It took about a minute of time for them to talk that one out. That was confusing for me. I didn't know what was going on there. 2nd and 3 for the Rams is what it is at the moment. Not a little confused by why it's only 2nd and 3 instead of like 2nd and 13 because it was a holding call. But 2nd and 3, Stafford's going to pass, and it's immediately a first down for the Rams again. They're going to get this ball to the 48 of the Cardinals, just past midfield. A Rams first down with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. In the second quarter. Jeez. Football games would be very fast if they were only 2 quarters, guys. Very fast. All right, the Rams are going to snap this under the 7-minute mark. 1st and 10 for them. This defense looks outmatched today. I doubt we're going to get a single turnover at all today. I'm calling it right now. Stafford looking to throw on 1st and 10 once again. He's going to complete this one out for about 5 yards. Who is that? Whittington? 89. They are showing that Packers touchdown right now. Looks like it is a Jordan Love passing touchdown. Who's it to? Oh, it's Christian Watson, my fantasy receiver, the wide receiver, quarterback combo on my team. Well, that's great. I don't want to get last place in the fantasy team because then I got to do a punishment like going to a Waffle House for 24 hours, and that wouldn't be fun for anybody. Or I got to do a shot that takes an hour off my 24-hour time at a bar or something, and every shot I take takes an hour off the time. How about no? How about I'm not getting last place? Let's go Jordan Love and Christian Watson for the Packers. Pass completed for a first down to Davante Adams, who's been fairly quiet so far. That might be just his first catch of the game. And that's a first down for the Rams. Adams I think that was his first catch of the game. Let me double check here. Yeah, 1 reception for 6 yards on 3 targets. He really hasn't been involved yet in this game. They got Nakua and Davante Adams. That makes them one of the most powerful teams in the NFC West, one of the most powerful teams in the NFC in total. But, those Seahawks are 10 and 3, barely holding on to the lead against them, and the 49ers are nipping at their heels. Pass on 1st and 10, going to be completed for about 5 again. Going to be taken out of bounds by 44. Trying to figure out who tackled on the play. There's so many inactives for the Cardinals defense in this game. I'm trying to honestly figure out who half of these players are because I have never heard their names before. And it's showing. It's showing too. This defense looks very leaky today. We just got to hope that this won't be a shootout. Maybe the Cardinals offense we got to hope that they're going to keep performing all game long to keep up with these Rams. Handoff on 2nd and 6 is a first down. About an 8-yard gain for Williams, and the Rams got another first down on this drive. Arizona's already allowed about 100 yards rushing. Yeah, I think Stafford, he's using short passes when runs don't work. Stafford's really, I think that it's more designs. The design for certain plays is like a halfback screen, running a running back out to the left or right, quick passes. If he sees something downfield, though, he's gone for it a couple times to Nakua today. And the Cardinals allow that in between the 2 safeties quite a bit this season. A lot of open receivers this season. Stafford's looking to pass on 1st and 10. He's going to complete this one right over the middle, just like I was just talking about, in between the 2 safeties. And that's a first down inside the 10 for the Rams. Puka Nakua once again, ladies and gents. Stafford with a perfect spiral here to Nakua. and a great catch by him. And a missed tackle by Buda Baker. Honestly, I'd be ready for Buda Baker to leave the Cardinals. I think it's time. He's so small. He can't tackle very well unless he just absolutely nails someone who's his size. There's too many misses for him. Handoff on first and goal is going to go for half of what they need, about 2 yards. It's going to be down at the 2-yard line or the 3. Second and goal, Calais Campbell on the tackle. All right. Yeah, Buda Baker, I think, for the amount of good plays he makes, which is every once in a while at a spectacular play, he's like the Kyler Murray of the defense to me. I think his size really affects how effective he is. I think that, he makes some spectacular plays. And then other times he misses coverages, doesn't have any idea where he's supposed to be on defense, and misses tackles quite a bit. So I don't know. I'm being a little critical maybe. Handoff on second and goal. That's a touchdown for the Rams, and Williams, again, really no contesting at all. We are down to 1 viewer. We went from 5 to 1 viewers in the live stream just now, probably because I said something bad about Buda Baker and people didn't like that. They were like, "You talking bad about Buda Baker? Not on my stream, you're not." Anyways, easy touchdown, walk-in touchdown for the Rams. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of Buda Baker. I take back what I said. I love Buda Baker. He's the best. I love him so much. The extra point is going to be kicked up and in right down the middle. Right down the middle. It is a 17-10 lead for the Los Angeles Rams. I'm not expecting to win this game. I'm not expecting to win it at all. I'm going to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Feel free to answer the Q&A question. How many wins do you think the Cardinals will have for the rest of the season? And also, welcome into the stream if you guys are hanging out here. Hope you're having a great day. Jacoby Brissett so far in this game, 139 yards passing. Matthew Stafford, 110. The leading rusher for the Cardinals is Brissett, once again, with 15 rushing yards. And Williams now has passed Corum for rushing yards. He has 51 for the Rams. Leading receivers, Michael Wilson with 66 receiving yards. He has 5 receptions, 66 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Whereas Puka Nacua, 4 receptions for 80 yards and no touchdowns. But he's the leading receiver for the Rams. Let's look at the team stats. We're on commercial break, so you're missing nothing right now. So I'm just kind of talking about stuff. Let's look at the team stats. Total yards for the Rams is 209. Cardinals is 153. A lot of yards on this game. Both defenses having a little bit of trouble stopping the opposing team, but the Rams D is having a little bit more success against the Cardinals. I guess we'll have to see the next drive to really see if that's true, though. If the Cardinals do respond with a touchdown, which, they got to the red zone last time and then had to kick a field goal, we'll see if they can get a touchdown on this drive because Wilson and McBride are running like crazy. If you give a couple more seconds to Brissett, maybe he'll be able to get the ball to those guys. Turnovers are 0-0. First downs, 12 for the Rams, 8 for the Cardinals. Penalties, 1 for the Rams for 10 yards. It was that holding call on the last drive that almost derailed it, except for the fact that the Rams kept getting about 10 to 15 yards a play. And the Cardinals have 2 penalties for 15 yards. So we're almost at the end of the first half. There's 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. And only 2 penalties for the Cardinals is a step in the right direction penalty-wise. The Rams are 0-1 on third down, but it hasn't been a big deal. Our defense is allowing massive play after massive play, and the Cardinals are 2 for 4 on third down. So we're going to try to at least keep the 50% conversion rate. In the red zone, the Rams are 2 of 3, and the Cardinals are 1 of 2. And the possession time is split evenly, exactly down the middle. It actually is right down the middle. 13 minutes and 38 second time of possession for the Rams. 13-minute 38. It's 13-minute 38 and 13-minute 35 for each team. So it's only a 3-second difference. So the Cardinals are going to take that back. The Rams, just with a 7-point lead, have an 81% win probability on ESPN.com right now. So it's probably just basing that off of the fact that our seasons have gone completely different directions. All right, the kickoff is going to be down in the end zone. So the Cardinals have 2 minutes and 47 seconds to try to make something happen here. We've been streaming now for 50 straight minutes today. And let's just say that this game is flying by. We're almost at halftime. Both possessions, every possession for each team is taking a ton of time off of the clock. And so the Cardinals may run the rest of it out here on this drive. And then we'd have like an hour first half for this game, which would be a crazy fast first half. Absolutely insane first half, how fast it's been flying by. All right. In the I formation, Jacoby's going to hand this football off, and it is going to be a loss of 1 for Bam Knight. This is why we should not be handing the ball off right now, especially at the end of the half. We need to be moving this ball with a little bit of speed and regularity. San Francisco beat Rams first game because of pressure on Stafford. Yeah, Rams slaughtered 49ers second game because they kept 3 receiving tight ends and 2 wide receivers almost entire game. It was a passing game and San Francisco running. Yeah. I didn't watch those games, but that's always a good matchup when those two teams face off. The two Cali teams. This pass is going to be completed to Higgins, who broke like 4 tackles for a gain of nothing. So he tried his best to get downfield and could not make it happen. And we're at the 2-minute warning. So we had 2 plays for the Cardinals drive. Looks like they're headed to the 2-minute warning commercial break now, though. But while we're here, let's hop around the league and see what's going on in the rest of the league so far today. So want to take a look at that because I haven't actually looked at some of those other games because I've been busy talking about this one. So we'll do that real fast. But you're not missing anything on the commercials here. We don't have commercials here. So you guys feel free to subscribe. It is totally free. I talk about Arizona sports on this channel, though. So if you're not too interested in that, then no big deal. To subscribe. The Cowboys and Lions. Lions won on Thursday Night Football 44-30. The Titans beat the Browns this morning. What? 31-29. I thought the Browns were going to win that one. Okay. Seahawks smashed the Falcons. Not even close. That's why they have their 10th win. Okay. Jaguars beat the Colts, and the Colts are just falling apart the last 3 or 4 weeks. What is happening to the Indianapolis Colts? The Vikings absolutely crushed the Commanders. Who was the quarterback? J.J. McCarthy was the quarterback. Uh-oh, we're going to get that 9 talk again. It was just 9. He came out of me. 9 was in command. My alter ego had it. And then the Bills barely beat those Bengals. The Bengals look a lot better with Joe Burrow back once again. Saints beat the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers cannot win unless they play the Cardinals over the last 5 or 6 weeks. So the Saints got the win against them today, and the Buccaneers look like they are collapsing just like the Colts right now. I don't know. This is going to be a crazy playoff picture as we get closer. The Buccaneers looked like one of the best teams the first few weeks, but they were winning on last possessions. So I don't know. They could easily have a record like the Cardinals if they had lost those 1-possession games. The Steelers have a 27-22 victory today over the Ravens. Pretty good game. The Dolphins smacked the Jets. The Broncos are beating the Raiders 14-7 at halftime. Brandon Perna's happy about that, or maybe he's not happy about that. Maybe he thinks they should have a bigger lead. And the Packers have a 7-0 lead almost at halftime on the Bears. Both of these games in the 2-minute warning. So there have been very quick first halves for the Cardinals and Rams game and the Bears and Packers game. Of course, tonight we have Texans-Chiefs. That should be a good game. The Cardinals play the Texans next week, so it'll be a good gauge of how badly we're going to get beaten next week by them based on what they do against the Chiefs tonight. And then the Eagles and Chargers Monday. Blah. Blah. I don't want to see that. We're back from commercial break finally. And it's 3rd and 10 for the Arizona Cardinals at the 35-yard line. Jacoby looking to pass this football. He's going to throw it deep downfield. He's going to throw it over the head of Michael Wilson, who had his defender beat. He was running downfield on him. And the Cardinals on the first play back from commercial break are going to punt the football. And please, Lord have mercy, do not go to another commercial break. We've had 2 commercial breaks over the last, 5 minutes of game time. We had commercial break, came back for 2 plays, had commercial break, and now we hopefully won't have 2 plays in another commercial break, but the Cardinals are going to have to punt here anyway. A little bit too far for Michael Wilson on that pass. That would have been a big completion. He had his guy beat by 2 or 3 steps. This punt takes a Cardinal bounce all the way down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be down very good. Colts lost their QB. Oh, no, Daniel Jones is out? Is that what happened? Oh, man. Their season is over if they lost him because Anthony Richardson's not going to help them win anything. Bears at 20-yard line because of personal foul that a Bear player originally threw punch and the ref saw. That's hilarious. I'll have to watch that later. I always love how players just commit such easy to not commit, especially at the professional level, personal fouls like punching. All right, we're not going to commercial break. This is great. We're going to stay. Panthers having the ball with 1 minute 42. We have got to make sure they do not score any more points in this half. No more points. We got to keep it a 7-point game. Maybe try to get the ball back one more time. But if the Rams aren't moving the ball, they may try to run the clock out here. Neither team has used a timeout yet today. So they both have 3. So we'll see if they start using them or if they go very conservative at the end of the half, especially since the Rams are backed up in their own 10. Handoff. Williams is going to break some tackles, and immediately now they are not backed up inside their own 10. They're going to get 10 yards and probably a first down out to the 18-yard line. The MVP race apparently between Drake May and Matthew Stafford, what they're saying. You know, that's fair. I'm sure a couple other people deserve it as well. A 10-yard pass completion to Devontae Adams on the second play of the drive, and now they're still averaging 10 yards a play. Our defense can't do anything today. They're feeling comfortable out there almost. This is almost like a scrimmage for them, a practice. As Stafford looks to throw on 1st and 10, another completion. That's going to go all the way into Cardinals territory at the 44-yard line to Puka Nacua. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's just every play. Every play, someone's getting beat. Someone's getting an easy pass completion. Someone's getting a big run. No one's making a tackle. No one's getting turnovers. That's kind of just what we're seeing right now. 28-yard pass completion on that one. So the first 2 plays, 10 yards each. Second play, 28 yards. And the LA's on the move here. We had a timeout. Timeout by the Rams. And a commercial break. So we're at commercial. 49 seconds left in the second half right now, and the Rams are definitely going to at least get 3 on this drive. And I mean, the way they're moving, they're going to score in 3 plays. They're going to score a touchdown in 3 plays. That's just how they're moving. They just went down the field 10, 20. Sorry, guys, I'm not good at math. 48 yards in 3 plays. 48 yards in 3 plays. So let's take a look at some stats, I guess. The Cardinals are on pace to allow over 500 yards in this game. The defense is playing just terrible. Just so terrible today. I mean, we take a look at the inactives. Dadrian Taylor Demerson is inactive today with an ankle injury. Walter Nolan is not active today with a knee injury. Max Melton, the cornerback, is inactive today with a heel injury. That's 3 really big defenders that we're missing. That's 2 people in the secondary. So there's a lot of open guys today that we're just allowing so much on. One thing I want to know, if you guys want to enlighten me on this one, why are the Cardinals coaching staff all still employed? I think that Drew Petzing should not be employed anymore. I think that Gannon shouldn't be employed anymore. I think that they shouldn't have jobs anymore. I don't think they should have jobs. I'm just going to say that. I was on Jonathan Gannon's side for a long time. I'm finally getting off that train right now. I do not think that Jonathan Gannon should still be the coach. Also, like, who knows with Kyler Murray? Are we going to get anything for him? He's definitely done as an Arizona Cardinal. He's going to go to the Vikings or Cleveland or Miami next year, and we'll see how he does there if he does better in a different offense. I think with Miami, and if McDaniels stayed with them, I think he'd be pretty scary. We are on commercial break still. Long commercial break, but we are almost to halftime. And during halftime, I mean, we're just going to hang out and watch the stats and stuff. Take a look at maybe some of the other games around the league as well during halftime. All right, we're back from the break finally. This is one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. I was afraid it was going to be a blowout. I'm surprised we're still only losing by 7. I thought it was going to be a much worse game for the Cardinals so far, but so far we're doing, not as bad as I would have thought. Green Bay 7, Bears 3, so they had to kick a field goal. Okay. Those games are going equal, same pace for both of those. Penalty marker on the field before the first snap. False start for the Rams. That's good. It pushes them almost back to back to midfield. 1st and 15 now. Guy with the big astronaut helmet decided to jump a little early. Yeah, appreciate everybody who's here right now. Having a great time streaming the game today, even though the Cardinals probably won't win, haven't won much this year. Love your faces. Thanks for hanging out with me. 49 seconds left in the half, and it's going to be completed to 84, who's going to just pull. He just drug 2 defenders for about 10 yards. Almost have a first down right now. It is going to be 2nd and 2. They are rushing back to the line quickly. Tyler Higbee is done for the year, so that's the backup. Pass on 2nd down, caught by Devontae Adams for about 10 more yards. It's just it's like a practice for them right now. They're just running drills. It's almost like the defenders are almost in on it too. They're like, yeah, let the completion happen and then push him out of bounds. Like no one was near Devontae on that catch. About 2 yards of separation. This might be the easiest game for Stafford to really get in a better groove. Like he's been playing tough games all season long. This one's not as tough. Our defense is injured, especially in the secondary, and Stafford's just completing a ton of passes right now with ease, within a second or two. Honestly, like it doesn't help that they're really good already passing the football, but it's just making it worse that our defense is playing so bad. All right, miscommunication on that play. Finally, an incompletion. They had an incompletion, and the color commentators saying, just terrible offense. How dare they have an incompletion? Miscommunication between Nakua. He was running upfield, and Stafford threw as if he was going on the out route. So Cardinals have an incompletion, not because of their defense, but because of a miscommunication on the offensive side of the ball, and Stafford total incompletions in the game. 2nd and 10. Stafford all by himself in the backfield, looking to throw the football. He's going to throw quickly, and he's got another guy open. And Nakua is just going to get a touchdown past Johnson, who didn't put much effort in to stop him. I mean, like, what's the deal, guys? What's the deal? It's every single play except for when they miss a route and throw the ball into the dirt because they didn't know what they were doing. Nakua wide open on the route here. It goes over the head of Budda Baker and another player who were just standing there in the middle of the field, not guarding a single player on the Rams. There were 2 guys. Let me just break this play down for you. 2 guys standing, Budda Baker and someone else standing right in the middle of the field. There's not a receiver to be seen near them. Stafford throws it over their head to Nakua. They're both too short to jump up and make the stop on it. And first of all, they weren't defending anybody in the first place. So I don't know what's going on there. Secondly, like, what is this, backyard football? Look at this ball. It flies over Budda Baker's head. What is Budda Baker doing? And then Johnson is the only receiver who is anywhere near Nakua. Nakua makes the catch, and Johnson tries to pull the ball out of his hands, but doesn't try to make the tackle. And then for about 5 to 7 yards, Nakua just kind of pushes him into the end zone. No effort at all on the defensive side of the football. No heart, no effort, no trying. And, I mean, the Rams are just getting what they want with ease in this game. So, I mean, the Cardinals, even if the offense looks good again today, it's just going to be another day of a loss. I mean, there's no way we're going to stop them today. Like, this defense has given up. I mean, they're out of the playoffs, obviously. They're 3-9 out of the playoffs, but, this team has given up on their coaching staff. If there's no other reason for the coaching staff to be fired, they should have already been fired. But now, like, this whole defense has given up on them. A talented defense. If you look around all the players on this defense, there's a lot of talented names, and they're playing like they don't give a single crap. They're playing like they don't care about their coaching staff's jobs. They're not trying whatsoever. At least the offense is giving some effort and heart, but this defense is just embarrassing right now. Cardinals have 12 seconds. Let's see if they complete a couple passes, try to break something downfield before halftime here. But the Cardinals are now losing by 14. We have 7 of you lovely people watching with us right now. Hopefully you'll stick around during halftime while we talk about the stats around the league and kill some time for 20 minutes. Green Bay got another touchdown last minute. Was that a passing touchdown or was it a rushing touchdown? All right, Jacoby going to try to throw this ball way downfield probably. And it's completed. Good catch by Wilson. It's going to be at the 49, out of bounds. Good catch by Wilson. 49 out of bounds real quickly for him. Cardinals have 3 timeouts, 7 seconds. I mean, they didn't use any of their timeouts, and the Rams still have 2 timeouts. Not very many timeouts used at all in this half, but looks like the Cardinals won't use any timeouts. All right, the ball is directly at the 50. Quick pass about 15 yards downfield. You can kick a field goal. You can at least try one. That's going to throw this football incomplete really quickly to Wilson on a slant route. That would have ended the quarter. The Rams defense is having a little more trouble than their offense today. I mean, the offense is doing what they want, like it's taking candy from a freaking baby, but that's what they're doing today. They're taking candy from a baby. Passing touchdown, nice. Jordan Love touchdown, love that. Jordan love that. 4 seconds left in the first half for the Cardinals. For some reason, by the Rams. Why did the Rams use a timeout there? Do they just want to waste our time? Do they not care about our valuable time? Come on, guys. What are we doing here, Rams? Oh, man. The Rams are all not sweating. They haven't sweated at all today. They're just chilling. They're just watching this game. No big deal at all to them. They're just like, when's lunch? Can we eat lunch at halftime? It doesn't really matter. We don't have to try very hard. The Rams are sending 3 people way back into the end zone for the Cardinals because we're going to have a Hail Mary here. Cardinals are going to have used 0 timeouts for the entire first half. Okay, so the Cardinals did a designed Brissett run 5 yards up the middle to end the first half. They're going to add a time. They're going to add a second on the clock. They're adding a second. Never mind. Half is not over yet. They're gonna send. I thought that was a designed run to get 5 yards and then try to kick as long of a field goal as you can to try to get something. Have Ryland just nail this football. And for some reason on this design quarterback run here, Brissett is now limping off of the field on really not. Oh, yeah. One of the offensive linemen stepped right on Brissett's right ankle, and now he's limping off the field. That is just the epitome of the Cardinals season right there. Ryland just kicked a massive kick, and the refs are not giving a signal because the Rams called their final timeout on Ryland to try to ice him before he kicked that field goal. And I think he nailed it. That was a long kick. The is 62 yards by Prater. This is a 63-yard field goal and nailed the first one. But the Rams called a timeout on him. So we're going to get another try here. 1 second left. Second quarter, see if the Cardinals can make it a 24-13 game. Here's the second try for Ryland. He nailed the first one. Kick is up, and this one is no good. Well, that is also epitome of the Cardinals season this year. Cardinals are going into halftime against the Rams, 24-10, trailing 14 of 18 for 197 yards for Stafford, 13 of 18 for 154 yards and a touchdown. Both guys have a touchdown, actually. So both QBs did good in the first half. Of course, a gigantic offensive lineman stepped on Jacoby Brissett's ankle to end the first half. So now you got to wonder, is he going to come back? Is he going to be injured? What's going to happen with Jacoby Brissett? Is he going to be as mobile? Is he going to be able to slip out of sacks? Is he going to be able to run in the second half? Who knows? Jacoby Brissett got stepped on by, I don't know who it was, but we'll have to take a look at it later. His right ankle is definitely going to have to be taped up during halftime. They're showing that Jordan Love touchdown. That was a great pass to Bo Melton, 45 yards for a touchdown, and the Bears are losing 3-14. But yeah, uh, let's take a look at the Cardinals' first half here. Let's talk about what we saw. Offensively, the Cardinals look like they are really putting in a lot of effort offensively. It looks like they're not quitting on the season. It looks like they are putting in a lot of effort. Um, Michael Wilson is having a monster game once again, and he has the only touchdown for the Cardinals today. Trey McBride putting in another good day. He does that every single week. He is always putting in some effort. He's always a dog, a straight dog. And Jacoby Brissett is having another great game passing the football and leading the offense. So, all things considered, the offense has been looking pretty decent, even though they only have 10 points. But this Jacoby Brissett offense has been one of those offenses that moves the football a ton, and then you end up not maximizing the amount of points you get for the amount of yards you get all the time with Jacoby Brissett. So, who knows if they had Kyler Murray in, if they'd be getting more points or less points or what would be going on. But I don't know if this team would be winning with either quarterback right now. But what I do know is that the Cardinals offense has looked pretty good today, except for running the football. They've done absolutely nothing. If we take a look at the stats right now for the run game, real quickly, let's hop in to the running game for the Cardinals, where the leader is Jacoby Brissett with 3 carries for 20 yards. He is the leading rusher. And Bam Knight has 4 carries for 5 yards. He has 1.2 yards per carry. And Michael Carter has only 1 carry for 2 yards. The fact that Michael Carter is not getting more involved in this offense is absolutely atrocious to me. It makes me sick because I think he's better than Bam Knight. He's more elusive. He's quicker. I think he's a better pass catcher. And Knight might be the little bit more powerful back, but Michael Carter is just a much better player, in my opinion. If we got him more involved in the passing game, get him on a quick, run in the flat, get him a quick screen pass, get him involved in a little zigzag route right in front of the quarterback so that you have someone open in the front and the middle. Drew Petzing can't draw that up, though, because he has no idea what he's doing as the offensive coordinator of the Cardinals, and he shouldn't be coaching for this team anymore, and he's also going to get the rest of the coaching staff fired as well, especially the defensive coordinator. I don't know who that is. I haven't talked about him much this year, but that guy should be gone. This team has completely given up on that guy. That guy's ass should be gone right now. Nobody gives a single crap about that guy anymore on this team, including Budda Baker. Budda Baker has given up on this Cardinals team. I think maybe not even for the season. He may have completely just given up on them in total. And after being on this team for this many years, I would have given up on them too. If you're just dealing with a team like this that just will not win games and every year is just the same old, man, you just hate to see it, though. He's totally given up on the team. That last touchdown for the Rams, he was nowhere to be seen. He was jumping up in the middle of the play, nowhere near a defender, trying to bat the ball down. Like, what are we playing in someone's backyard? I don't know, man. I love like in baseball, you see the players who hustle even when the game is over. They hustle to first base, even if they know they're going to be out. There's a difference between those players and the players who always jog, like a Manny Machado, always just tenderly jogging around the field. Like there's a difference between those players who just do that and the players who hustle all the time. And honestly, it's a bummer to see that Budda Baker has kind of given up. And it looks like the whole team has too, because on that last touchdown for the Rams, Johnson didn't even try to tackle Nacua, who caught the ball at about the 7-yard line. He had about 7 yards he could have tackled him, but he just kind of tried to strip the ball a couple times, didn't even try to make the tackle, and boom, the Rams scored another easy touchdown. I mean, the Rams may just try to run the clock out. They may not think we are capable of scoring 14 more points in the second half. This may be a pretty quick half coming into the second half for the Rams because, they're just going to try to run the clock out. They think this game, they know this game is probably already over, and they know they're getting whatever they want. This Cardinals defense is just not with it. I'm sure there's no yelling going on in the Cardinals locker room. There is no fire, no passion. The coaching staff's probably not going in there and being like, you guys need to get your heads out of your asses. Let's get this stuff together and let's try to end the season on a positive note. No, they're probably like, hey guys, here's what you did good in the first half. Here's what you did bad in the first half. Good job. Here's your peanut butter jelly sandwiches and your orange slices. No, yeah, this whole coaching staff should be gone. Let's take a look at the receiving game. We're halfway through the halftime for this game, and then we'll be headed back into the game in the second half, where the Cardinals will hopefully get at least some more exciting offense because the offenses look pretty good. Michael Wilson, though, speaking of the offense, has looked like the star of the show today. 6 receptions for 81 yards for the Cardinals and the only touchdown of the game for them. And he only has 7 targets, so he's caught 6 of those. And that 7th one was just over his head, and he had beaten his guy by 2 or 3 steps on that play. And if he had caught it, it would have been big play for the Cardinals. Big play. McBride has 3 catches for 49 yards, 2 of them coming on that first drive of the game, and then he's been a little more quiet after that. Other than that, though, literally nobody is doing anything in the passing game for the Cardinals. You got Jalen Brooks with 1 catch for 12 yards. Bam Knight has 1 catch for 9. But Kelly, whatever his name is, 1 catch for 3. And then Higgins got 1 catch for 0 yards. But to his credit, he broke like 4 tackles on that catch for no yards. I mean, the offense, I would give a B to B plus in the first half. The defense, I would give a straight F. You do not play that badly on the defense. Like, that is an unacceptable performance from any pro organization at any level. The amount of effort that I saw in the first half, that was just disgusting. We have 0 sacks, first of all, on Stafford, who's one of the slowest guys in the NFL, especially with his older age as an NFL age right now. Older quarterback with a bad back, who you've sacked 0 times, 0 interceptions, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumble recoveries. We have had 0 turnovers, 0 effort, 0 QB pressures essentially, and no sacks. I guarantee you, I don't think we have a single QB pressure in this entire game. Denzel Burke has the most tackles in the game with 4. Buda Baker with 3. Owen Papo, number 44, has 3 tackles as well. And other than that, nobody has more than 1 tackle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys who have 1 tackle. Everyone else has no tackles or an assisted tackle. This defense has played so badly in this first half. I am blown away. I have not seen them play this bad all season long. In the Seahawks game where we got absolutely blown out, 2 of the touchdowns in the first half were scooping scores. So they were on the offense. So it made the defense look worse than they actually did perform. But in actuality, it was more so on the offense that game. Then we get absolutely blasted by the 49ers in the next week. That one was more on the defense. They played horrible against the 49ers that week as well. The Los Angeles Rams are just getting what they want easily today. Easily. I mean, it is just ugly to watch. I haven't seen the defense play this bad all season long. We already talked about Matthew Stafford's stats at the beginning of the half. Matthew Stafford has a quarterback rating of 131, essentially, which is, you can't really get much better than that. That's almost max. Blake Corum has 7 carries for 56 yards, and Kyron Williams has 7 carries for 53 yards. So they have a total of 109 yards on the ground. And yeah, Stafford hasn't had to run at all, hasn't been pressured, hasn't been sacked at all. He's getting the ball out within 2 seconds, and there's wide open guys all over the field in the secondary running free. But yeah, this is a completely opposite rushing game for the Rams than it is for the Cardinals. Puka Nacua, leading receiver for the Rams. He is the current player of the game, in my opinion, for the whole game. Wilson is the player of the game for the Cardinals, but Nacua is the player of the game right now for the whole game. He has 6 receptions for 136 freaking yards and a touchdown. He is averaging 23 yards a catch, and his long is a 32-yarder. Devontae Adams has 3 catches for 23 yards, so he hasn't been very involved, and no one else has really done anything in the passing game for the Rams. It's been Nacua, Adams. Pretty much it. Their defense has 2 sacks on Jacoby Brissett, who has been trying his best, with an offensive line for the Cardinals that has performed a little bit better today. A little bit better. I'll give them some credit. They've been looking awful the last few weeks, but they've done a little bit better today. Maybe that rookie is actually blocking pretty well. Maybe that's a part of it. but Jacoby's been getting the ball out pretty quick as well. And that was one thing Tom Brady said when he was a quarterback in the NFL, that one of the keys to being a good quarterback is getting the ball out quickly. You have to get the ball out within 2 seconds every time. If you're holding the ball longer than 2 seconds, you're going to get sacked a lot and you're not going to be as effective as a quarterback. Other than the 2 sacks for the defense, there have been no turnovers for the Rams either. A pretty effective half for both quarterbacks. Both offenses did pretty well, except for the running game of the Cardinals. That was just non-existent. 4 tackles for Omar Spites. I think that I don't know. So many weird names here. 4 tackles for him. Everyone else is kind of sharing the load for the Rams. 2 tackles, 1 tackle, all through the whole team. Team stats right now. The Rams have 306 total yards. So the Cardinals are on pace to allow over 600 yards today to the Rams, unless the Rams just decide to take the foot off the gas because they've already won the game at a certain point in the second half. We'll find out later. 173 total yards for the Cardinals, so they are trailing way behind on that stat. Passing yards, Rams are leading again, 197 to 146. Rushing yards is a big deficit. The Rams have 109 to the Cardinals 27. The Rams also have 9.6 yards per play to the Cardinals 6.2. The Rams have 17 first downs, and the Cardinals have 9. The stats look like you're playing Madden on easy mode for the Rams right now. Maybe bump it up to medium difficulty, but I will say the Rams are this is the most video game-like stat line I've seen all season long for a team against us. They've only had 1 third down. The Rams have only had a single third down in the first half. That's why they're 0 of 1 on third down, because they had only 1 third down. They're getting a first down before they even need third down. And we've said that way too much this season, where the Rams are getting first downs. The teams that we play get a first down on first down or second down. We don't need to wait for third down because we already have the first down. But the Rams are 0 for 1, so they have a 0% third down efficiency. Cardinals are 2 of 5 on third down. I'm blown away by that stat. I'm blown away by that. The Rams are 0 of 1. They only have had 1 third down. They have 24 points and played a whole half and only had 1 third down. Cardinals have punted twice. Rams haven't had to punt at all. Their punter's having a great day, doing nothing, just chilling on the sideline, drinking some Gatorade. Both teams have 2 penalties for 15 yards. Time of possession, 15 for each team, roughly. All right, and those are your stats, and that was the whole explanation of the first half, in my opinion, as we are coming back to the game now. We are in the second half now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to my halftime show. That was my brutally honest Cardinals fan opinions of my Arizona Cardinals, how they've played against the Rams so far today. So I really appreciate everybody who stuck around in that halftime show with me. We do have a third like that we got during the halftime show. I'd like to think, my halftime shows are pretty damn exciting. So thank you for watching it with me. Love your faces. We got a new comment as well. Let's take a look at the new comments we got as the kickoff for the Rams, who get the ball to start the half, which is not good for the Cardinals. They take the ball to the 27. AZ should take Brandon Ayuk. Honestly, I really don't know how I feel about. We got a 4th like in the stream as well. Congrats, man. Congrats to. I can't speak anymore. The Cardinals are just making my brain mush. Congrats to me. We have a 4th like in the stream now. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go through these comments that we got during the halftime show here in a second. But I first of all, I'm going to watch the first play while Stafford completes another pass to this time Adams, who slips down. If you're not going to be able to make any tackles, at least the Rams can tackle themselves sometimes. And Adams gets a 6-yard catch on first down and tackles himself there. So it's going to be 2nd and 4. AZ should take Brandon Ayuk. I'm not sure how I feel about that one because he's injury prone. And also, when he's healthy, he's a good player. But he also seems like he's had a bit of an attitude issue, and he might be a bit of a locker room problem. And I don't really know how I feel about Brandon Ayuk. We need players that are reliable like Trey McBride on our team. We need more of those guys. Larry Fitzgerald, Trey McBride. Handoff on 2nd and 4 for the Rams is going to be first down, 5-yard carry. just past the first down marker. First down for the Rams at the 37 of the Rams right now. Moving the ball downfield. 49ers had losing seasons 2003 to 2007 and 2014 to 2018. Be a 49er fan, changing coaches helped. Hey, 49ers have had so much success other than the Cardinals, though. So the Cardinals have stretch in the last 20 years than the 49ers, but I do get that the 49ers had a few rough years here and there. But man, the Cardinals, it's been tough being a Cardinals fan, except for about 5 total years in the last 20 to 25 years. It's sad because that first drive was amazing, and since then it's been awful. No pun intended. Totally agree with you on that one. There's only been like 2 good offensive drives for the Cardinals today, and then every drive for the Rams has been good. Only with 49ers when the Niners took away 26 million. Yeah, so we'll see if Ayuk maybe has a better attitude with a different team. Stafford finally gets pressured, and this pass is still somehow going to get tipped and completed for a 2-yard gain. So even when he gets pressured, somehow we're completing passes right now. All right. That was the first time we've gotten pressure. That is a rare sight to see today. Did Corum make that catch? Oh, what an unreal catch by Corum. That was insane. What a great catch. For only 3 yards. I mean, it looked like it might have hit the ground, but Corum kept his hands underneath it. I'm calling that a catch. It's 2nd and 7 for the Rams. Stafford is in the gun. 12:30 left in the third quarter. Stafford's going to look to throw this football. He's going to throw deep downfield, probably wide open, and he is wide open, but Davante Adams cannot make the catch, and there is a flag on the play. That might be an offensive PI. I think that might be offensive PI for pushing off there. We're going to have to wait and see what this call is. We got Laundry on the field. Illegal contact defense, never mind, so this ball is going to go this way. It's on Johnson, number 0 for the Cardinals. Davante Adams, I thought, had a push off here, but no, it doesn't look like it on the play. He just ran straight past him. Will Johnson just completely got bowled over there, and he tried to block Adams on the play, but not like an actual block. He just ran it. They ran into each other, and that's the defender who was on Adams for that play. So a bad defensive play for Johnson. 12:22 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Stafford rolling out, going to complete a pass to the tight end, who's going to get about 8 yards on this play. And again, the Rams are just they're just getting whatever they want right now. Do they want to roll out? There's no need to do anything cute. Just go ahead and get what you want because you're going to get it. Even on that last play, the penalty on Johnson, it was a deep pass downfield that I immediately knew I was going to see a Ram player wide open. And there was a Rams player wide open. It was Davante Adams who just didn't catch the football, hit him on the hands, just barely out of his reach. But he catches that football, maybe a touchdown. Who knows? But the Rams here, again, just driving down the field. And the handoff is going to go for more than 10 down to the 17-yard line. About a 20-yard gain on that second down play for Corum. The Rams at this pace are going to be in the end zone in like 2 to 3 plays, and this is what I've been saying all day long. I feel like I'm a broken record at this point because the Rams are just scoring at will. I mean, look at this hole. It looks like the freaking Red Sea parted. Literally the Red Sea. No pun intended, because that's what the Cardinals call themselves. The Red Sea completely parted there. It looked like the Grand freaking Canyon. That's how big it was. I mean, I could have walked through there. Handoff on first down is going to be actually a little bit better defended this time for a gain of 4. Every defender on this team should be embarrassed right now by how they've played today. I really have not seen a defense in the NFL play as badly as the Cardinals defense is playing today right now. I'm actually shocked. And as a Cardinals fan, you're used to seeing some bad football from time to time. And honestly, especially more times than not as of late. But this is just awful defense. We got 2nd and 6 for the Rams here. They have 7 plays and 61 yards. They've taken about 5 minutes off of the game clock in the third quarter. They're just getting what they want. They're going to nope, they're not. Stafford's going to look to throw after faking the handoff, and he's going to throw it to the ground. But we got another flag on the field, and that is another Cardinal penalty probably. See if it's another illegal touching or something. Even on a rollout where he just threw the ball into the dirt, we have a flag that we committed. Looks like it's on Thompson. Personal foul, face mask on an incomplete pass. The Cardinals defense got a face mask on an incomplete pass. Who did that? Jordan Birch blocking Allen, the tight end, and he grabbed his face mask before he went into the flat on his route. He just pulled the face mask and yanked him to the left. Oh my gosh. How do you have a face mask on like a 3-second play where the pass was incomplete and you give them a free first down? Even on the plays where they don't complete a pass, we're giving them first downs. Stafford looking to throw on 1st and goal, and this ball is incomplete on a little screen pass. 2nd and goal for the Rams. Oh man, blow the whole thing up. Blow up the ships, burn them up, set them on fire. Blow the team up, blow up the coaching staff, get new ownership, do everything you can. The ownership just has to either start making smart decisions in who they hire, or they need to sell this damn team. Sell the team. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Hey, fake handoff, rolling out to the left. Pass incomplete. Finally, some decent coverage on the play. The Rams look like they're just trying out some new stuff here. A little bit of fun, different goal line formations to see what they can get here. Because they're just kind of goofing off. We just got a ding. We just dinged for 210 subscribers. Thank you so much to you out there who subscribed just now to the channel. Super glad to have you here. And that is our new max high. We have never hit 210 on this channel the first 3 months we've been going. So big thank you to you. You made my subscriber clock ding. And it's totally free to you. No commercials on my live streams. I will never ask you for money either. Matthew Stafford on 3rd and goal is going to pass this for a touchdown to number 84. Whoever that is. Let's figure out who he is real quick. Colby Parkinson. He doesn't have Parkinson's. I'll tell you that right now. Colby Parkinson caught that football, and Matthew Stafford's family apparently is in attendance for this game. The Rams are going to take a massive lead here in the game. It's about to be 31-10. So we're flipping the score on the scoreboard to an incredibly large deficit. Cardinals now down by 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns to tie the game, and this game is probably over on that touchdown in my opinion. But we still got a whole half of football to play. I just know this team too well. But we have two more quarters still to hang out and have fun together, regardless of how bad our defense is. Good catch by Colby. He's just another play here. Budda Baker was playing, as far as the NFL is concerned, that's good defense. He was draped all over Parkinson on that catch, but Parkinson is way taller than Budda. So Budda should never be on the tight end, first of all. He was trying to reach up to block the pass, bat the pass down, trying to get some coverage on it, but he's too short. He is the Kyler Murray of our defense. Too short. So, another touchdown for the Rams, and they have a massive lead. This lead has gotten out of hand. We've gotten 2 new subscribers during the stream today, and that is the good news. The bad news is the Cardinals are playing like I expected to, and they are who we thought they were. The Rams are who we thought they were. Let's take a look at our analytics. 215 people have joined us during this live stream today. So big thank you to everybody who's watching still right now, and everybody who will be watching after the live, and everybody who has been tuning in and checking out this stream as we've been doing it all day long since the game started. 7.6 watch hours. Thank you, guys. Watch hours are so important for a new YouTuber like myself. So appreciate you guys hanging out and chilling with me while I watch this game. We're in commercial break right now, so you're not missing anything. Not like you want to be missing anything. I don't know if you want to be watching this game if you're a Cardinals fan right now. Maybe just listening to me so I can complain and tell you what's happening in the game would be more enjoyable than watching this game right now. But if you're a Rams fan, you're like, hey, this is a great time. Let's eat our pizza, drink our beer, and have a fun time watching the Cardinals absolutely get beat down. I've got this Milky Way I'm going to be eating, though, for the rest of that at the end of the game to drown out my sorrow. After I shoot the Cardinals fans video and try to get that up tonight, on my channel. I'm going to shoot the Cardinals fans during the Rams game video right after this game is over, after I've done a quick little post game recap. And then we will get that video posted onto my YouTube channel so that you guys can maybe laugh at some more of my pain as I represent Cardinals Nation in what's been an atrocious football season. 10, fun fact, is going to be the amount of losses the Cardinals have after they lose today. And 3 is the amount of wins we still have against the Saints, the Panthers, and the Cowboys. That Cowboys is our Super Bowl, honestly. That Cowboys win. Because it's always fun to beat the Cowboys. We're back from commercial break. Cardinals going to be getting the football back here, and the only thing we can hope for is to pad our stats, get a quick touchdown, and try to start coming back in this game. But now the offense has pressure on them because they have to score a touchdown on every drive. We can't be goofing off. We can't be getting field goals. We have got to be getting touchdowns every single time. So let's see what they can do this time. Rams chance to win probability just went up to 98.3%. The Cardinals only have a 1.7% chance of winning this game, but boy, would it be exciting if we had a closer game than we have right now. That would be really exciting. Jacoby Brissett. Let's be passing every play. Jacoby is motioning McBride. He's going to take the snap, looking to throw, trying to find someone. He's just going to cut it down to McBride, who's not going to catch it. Actually, that must be our fullback, number 45. Looks like McBride. Incomplete pass, though. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. You know, I love the closer games, man. I haven't had one yet as a Cardinals fan that I've been able to stream as a close game. But when it's a closer game, more people come hang out in the stream. We get like 30-something people in here. It's just really a fun time. The chat starts blowing up. It's great. And it's really fun to do those streams. But that's not going to happen today in this 31-10 game. Probably not going to happen at all. I might stream Sunday Night Football to try to make up for it. Maybe we can have a closer game. What's that game again? Oh, it's the Texans and Chiefs. I might stream that one. I might stream the Sunday Night Football just to get maybe a more close game, possibly, to hang out with some people like you guys if you want to come back as well. That's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals here after a short completion. Brissett's in the gun, running back out to his right. He's trying to throw the defense off a little bit. Takes the snap. Can't find anybody open. Receiver is laying on the ground as the ball goes flying past him, and they are looking for a flag on the field. Just go for this. Michael Wilson was laying on the ground. The ball flew way over his head for an incomplete pass on 3rd down, and we have no flags. It's an in route, a basic little route here, and Michael Wilson just fell down on his own. That is not a flag. I'll be honest, no flag on that one. Michael Wilson just slipped on the field and fell to the ground. So 4th and 5 for the Cardinals, who are punting for some reason. There's no reason to be punting anymore in this game. Really good kick by the punter, though, and this ball is going to get caught at the 3. The returner is going to break a tackle and get out to the 15, though, so the good punt is negated by the special teams not being able to make a stupid tackle. So Rams have a 31-10 lead on the Cardinals, and I think it's time for us Cardinal fans to start drinking the alcohol. Get out your favorite alcohol. I got Mountain Dew right now, but I might go hop and grab one of my drinks, one of my White Claw surges from the fridge pretty soon if this continues. We shouldn't be punting anymore, guys. The Cardinals shouldn't be punting anymore. Use all 4 plays you got. You got nothing to lose. Your whole season is over. The game is almost over. You need to just go for all of these 4th downs. I don't care if you're backed up against your own 10-yard line. It doesn't matter. Oh, no, they're going to take a 38-10 lead on us. It doesn't matter anymore. This game is over unless you score touchdowns on every drive. This coaching staff is so timid all the time. What are we waiting for? It was 4th and 5 at midfield, and you punted the football away down 21 points. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I'm going to lose my mind. I promise you that the rest of my day is going to be great, but every time I'm watching a Cardinals game, it just is so incredibly hard to watch. It's so frustrating. We need to get Petzing out of here because calling a punt in this situation is crazy. I'm totally with you, dude. And I usually make the rage video after the game and post that on my channel. I don't rage during the live stream, but I'm doing like a very wholesome rage right now. I'm blown away that we punted the football there. Why did we punt the football there? Oh my gosh. They don't care about their jobs. They have no brain cells. How do casual or even not I'm not even a casual fan. How do not casual fans or just basic football fans know how to call these plays better than this coaching staff? Or know how to make situational football like decisions better than the coaching staff? You're in charge. That's like your entire job. The offensive coordinator. Like, my goodness. Drew Petzing, the human baby, because he looks like a baby. Just go look at a picture of Drew Petzing somewhere without a hat on or a beanie or a headset. He looks like a baby. He's a gigantic, huge human baby. They're showing the Cardinals climb for special needs organization right now. Honestly, they'd play better than the Cardinals defense today. I work with special needs kids who would probably, in my full time job, because I'm a PT working with kids in my daily life, and they would probably play better than our defense today. First play for the Rams is going to go for 9 yards. Look, this is another thing, no pun intended, just to tell you real quick. This is another thing for why on earth did we punt on that last drive? 4th and 5. No freaking reason to punt the football on that last drive because the Rams, the idea is that the Rams are going to go down and score, okay? The idea is that if we don't punt the football and we don't get it, they only have to go 45 yards and then they're going to score again, or they're pretty much already in field goal range. But at this point, look at the score. It doesn't matter anymore. And now you give them the ball and they're back on the 15, but it doesn't matter. They're moving the ball like 10 yards a play anyways as they get a first down again right here. They're moving the ball like 10 yards per play anyways. So it doesn't even freaking matter if you punt the football. You're giving the Rams offense, who's been moving the ball at will down the field as they show our ownership and our GM. Fire him right now. He's sitting right next to you. You can say, you're out of here. Leave right now. Fire his ass. He doesn't look happy. And I don't think he's looked happy in his entire life because he's the owner of the Cardinals and he makes horrible decisions. Basically, what I'm saying is giving the Rams the football, regardless of whether you punt it or not, was going to result in probably another touchdown for them and making it 38-10 as they get 7 yards on first down. Like, there was zero reason to punt the football there. And I'm going to talk about that in my post-game show, and I'm also going to talk about that in my video I make tonight about Cardinals fans during the Rams game. I'm going to try to make the video like 2.5 to 3 minutes long maximum. I'm not going to try to make it too long. Try to make those a little shorter than the rest of my videos, but it's going to be hard to fit everything in that I want to say right now because I talked the entire halftime about how frustrated I was, and that was 20 straight minutes of me talking nonstop, and I had more I could have talked about that half and how the defense looked just like they gave up. I need to get Petzing out of here. Yeah, that was crazy. Chicago touchdown and 2 extras. Chicago got a touchdown and 2 extra points. It's 11-14. Cool. Thanks for keeping me updated on that game. Looks like that's a good game. Looks like it's a much better game than the one we're watching, but at least we're hanging out, having a good time together today. We're 1 like away from hitting our like goal for the stream. I usually have a goal of 5. Since I usually only have a few people hopping in, I'm still so new. I don't really have many people watching me when I'm live. Rams are going to get a first down on 3rd and 1 here, just barely. I don't usually have too many people hanging out with me, but today I've had a solid like 6 people hanging out with me pretty much the whole time. So I'm really glad you guys are here. Hope you guys are having a good day today. But yeah, no, I'm usually like thinking a goal of like 5 likes for a stream is good. That's usually what my goal is every stream. If I can get 5, that's kind of the idea. Once I get more people hopping in every stream, I'll make a goal of more likes because likes are free and subscribing is free. We've gotten 2 new subs during the stream, so it's a successful stream regardless of what happens to the Cardinals in this game. We're still growing the channel, having a great time. They just measured the spot, and they're giving the Rams a first down on this play. Yeah, let's look at the NFL, around the NFL once we go to commercial break. Yeah, they're not having to make a decision on 4th down because they're giving them a first down here. The Broncos have a 21-7 lead on the Raiders right now with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And the Rams, yeah, they're blasting us. And then the Packers-Bears game, that's a good game. That game, I might just check out once we're done with this game. Going to be completed by Parkinson on 1st and 10 for another 1st and 10 for the Rams. 1st and 10 to 1st and 10. 12-yard gain for the Rams. Right across midfield. First and 10 for the Rams. Let's see, do they have another third down in this game or not? Do the Rams have another third down yet? Oh, they've had 2 more third downs, but they're 2 for 3 now, so they've converted both of their two third downs in the second half. Stafford with the pass quickly, actually played good defense by Johnson. That is the first batted pass, first good defensive play by our secondary today. They're showing the Caleb Williams touchdown against the Packers right now. He zipped a ball in there to the receiver who was diving. What a catch, what a throw. Caleb Williams impressing everybody this year and proving the haters wrong. Really cool for them. Raiders are worse than AZ, 2-10. I wish that we were worse than them for that first round draft pick, but I just really feel like we would find a way to mess it up still. Because the problem with having a good draft pick as the Cardinals is that we'll still mess it up. But yes, we are not technically the worst team in the NFL still at this point. The Saints are pretty awful. The Titans, I think, who just won today, only have 2 wins now. They beat us barely in that Looney Tunes game, and then they beat the Browns today with Shedeur Sanders. But yeah, those are the 2 worst teams in the NFL: the Raiders and the Titans, and the Jets. I think all have 2 wins. Those are the 3 teams that are worse than us. And then we are the next one, right there with the Saints at 3 wins. I think the Saints have 3. And who else? Am I missing anybody? There's like 3 or 4 teams worse than us, but I feel like that makes me feel just 1% better than I feel. Okay, passing complete for the Rams. 4th down. They finally didn't convert. They're going to have to punt, maybe? Kick a field goal. Oh, they're going to punt. All right. We will see the punter for the Rams today. How about this? We're going to actually see a punt. Ball goes into the end zone. There's a flag down. And the punter is walking gingerly. Please give him a first down here. Don't tell me that we gave him a first down here. Okay, so we get the ball, but the holding is on us. The holding is on the player. So the freaking Arizona Cardinals get a holding call on a play where the punter didn't even catch it. Literally, if no one did anything, this ball's rolling into the end zone. It's just like the face mask earlier on a play where literally nothing happened for like a 2 or 3 second play. We got a face mask penalty on that one. And on this one, we get a holding call on a play where nothing happened. How many penalties can we get in one game on plays where nothing happens? The punt went into the end zone for a touchback, and it was nowhere near being caught. And we still held somebody for a flag. It's like we're finding ways to just be committing the worst penalties. All right, Green Bay just got a touchdown. Awesome. That was a quick touchdown for Green Bay. Well, we're on commercial break. Let's look at the stats in the Green Bay game. Yeah, they just took a quick lead. 3 touchdown passes for Jordan Love, 1 interception, 204 yards. He's doing pretty good. Pretty deep passes, probably to Watson, right? Yeah, it was a Watson touchdown probably. 4 receptions for 89 yards, 2 touchdowns for Christian Watson. My fantasy team's probably going to actually win today. And I won't hopefully get last in my league. We're on commercial break right now, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I need some support and love from you guys because I'm getting none from my football team right now. All good, all good. There will be other seasons. The Cardinals one day will be good again. One day. Yeah, right when the Bears looked like they were going to get back in this game, the Packers quickly score a massive touchdown. 6 minutes left in their game. The Broncos are looking like they're going to wrap up a win. The Raiders aren't going to score 14 within the next 5 minutes. The Broncos have the ball. 4th and 1 at Las Vegas 13. So they're probably going to kick a field goal here, right? They're going to make a 24-7 game. And Denver's going to win again. If you're looking at that chain over there, that's a Broncos chain. I do live in Denver. Yeah, run after catch. Yeah, it's either a deep pass always for Watson that he catches wide open, or he'll do a run after catch. He's their biggest threat right now with the injuries they've had. Yeah, Watson, I'm really glad he was a good pickup in the fantasy football free agency for me. I'm glad I was able to scoop him up. Cardinals are on a 5-game losing streak and about to be 6 if there's not a miraculous turnaround today for them. Let's at least make it a 14-point game on this drive. Brissett's going to throw from the 10 to start the drive. He's going to throw it into the dirt, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Brissett got hit on that play pretty hard. Got hit pretty hard. If I live streamed for a team that was a little more exciting, I might actually be able to get more viewers on my live streams. But this Cardinals team, the games have been such blowouts the last several weeks that there's hardly been anybody watching the games with me. Complete to Wilson on 2nd and 10. That's only a yard, though. And it's going to be a gain of 4. It's going to be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals here. So many close games, 7 losses by 4 or less points for the Cardinals this year. If we had won those games, we'd be one of the playoff teams, even though I would have rather not make the playoffs just to get embarrassed in the wild card again. And we're going to have a false start now on 3rd down, making it 3rd and 11. I don't know what else to say, guys, about this Cardinals offense. Number 70 was the one who jumped that time. Paris Johnson Jr. that time. It's just like if it's not one thing, it's another. Like you finally complete a 4-yard pass, you get that 5 yards backwards now, completely negating that. It's 3rd and 11 inside your own 10. And I guarantee you this coaching staff is not going to go for it on 4th down inside their own 10. They're just going to punt the ball back and take the loss. Do your job. Do your job, guys. Passing on 3rd down, Jacoby Brissett is getting pressured. He's going to look to throw. He's going to get the ball out. And the ball is behind the receiver. Incomplete. It's 4th down. Crowd is booing a little bit, which the team deserves. The team deserves the boos that they are getting right now. I didn't think this, but I did not think it would be this ugly. That's for sure. I think the Cardinals are going to lose out for the rest of the season. Just looking at their schedule, let's take a look at the rest of the Cardinals games. They're going to punt this ball up in the air. It's going to be fair caught at the 39 on the opposite side of the field. Cardinals play the Texans next week, and it's at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Mountain Time. I do not think that they're going to beat the Texans. Then they play the Falcons. This is really the only game left on the schedule that I think that the Cardinals could win is against the Falcons to get us a 4th win on the season. But I figure that we'll find a way to figure out how to lose that one. But the Falcons are also a team that the Falcons love figuring out how to lose as well. So we'll see which team wants to lose more in that game. The Cardinals and Bengals, I think that with Joe Burrow back there looking really good, I think the Bengals are going to beat us. And then we play the Rams to end the season. So we get another one of these matchups, which is going to be just a little icing on the cake. But then I will be live streaming the playoff games because why not? I got nothing else to do in my free time during the weekends. If I'm not busy with my family or something, I'll be live streaming the Cardinals games. I hate watching the Cardinals. Hey, no pun intended. I hate watching the Cardinals too, especially since this is my first year live streaming them and talking about them on my channel. First year doing this channel. But if you want, you can come back during the playoff games and watch the playoff games while I watch them, while I live stream those when those happen later on. Because we can watch teams that are better than the Cardinals. Yeah, I saw your comment on one of my videos, no pun intended. And I appreciate your comment. It was very nice. Very nice comment. We're at commercial break, so we'll be back shortly from it. My best stream of the year, I've only streamed like 4 Cardinals games. I'm going to start doing every year where I stream every single Cardinals game, maybe some primetime games, also a lot of playoff games. And then during D-back season, I'm probably going to stream some baseball, some Arizona Diamondbacks baseball games, mainly when they play teams like the Dodgers, some big matchups like that. Because this is an Arizona sports channel, not just NFL. I will talk about some D-backs here too. Because as you can see in the background, I got the D-backs NLCS 2023 banner. I'm a big time Diamondbacks fan. I'm a pretty big Cardinals fan, but I am a gigantic Arizona Diamondbacks fan. And I created this channel at the beginning of the NFL season, but I'm also going to talk about baseball here. I'm a Suns fan too, but I don't know enough about basketball to make very many videos about that. So this will be mainly a D-backs and Cardinals channel. All right, Cardinals on defense again. Rams are going to hand this ball off for a couple yards. And now we're moving, 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Rams are already in drain the clock mode, which is about the earliest you can get into drain the clock mode. This might be the easiest game that the Rams have all season long. There was a funny comment, no pun intended. There was a funny comment that I saw on social media near the end of the Diamondback season that said, "Oh, at least the Cardinals are about to play. Can't wait for Cardinals season." And I responded to that comment, "Oh yeah, because the Cardinals always make you feel so much better about yourself when the Diamondbacks aren't playing well. Like, oh yeah, the Cardinals will come in, they'll make you feel better." Pass completed for 5 yards for the Rams. And that person, I was totally right about it, but that was before the season started. I was like, I was predicting a 5-win season for the Cardinals, and they're actually impressively not even probably going to hit the 5 wins. But hey, I was a realist. People were saying 8-9, 9-8 at the beginning of the year. I mean, those people are delusional. Those people are crazy. We were not going to win 8 or 9 games going into the season. There needs to be some big changes before that happens. Stafford, there's a false start on the Rams, probably. One Cardinals player was upset there. Looked like he felt like he was almost going to get a sack. False start, offense. Ball's going to move 5 yards back. Going to be 3rd and 8. Sorry, did I just call you delusional? I didn't mean it. Yeah, you were optimistic and always. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Optimistic. It's good to be positive. I'm not saying it's bad to be positive. I'm just saying I wasn't thinking they were going to have a good year I thought it was going to be like 5 and or would it be 5-12? That's what I thought it was going to be. Optimistic and always got your hopes up, got crushed. I am always more optimistic about the Diamondbacks, and then they always let me down eventually. But 2023, they didn't let me down. That was a great season. Oh, big pass rush on this play, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. We're going to make the Rams punt again. I mean, they're not trying their full effort right now in the second half, but we are at least getting them to punt the football. That's the second straight punt we're getting the Rams to do. And I feel like they're just kind of goofing off right now. Why was that blitz not in the first half? Where was that formation? Where was that scheme? Where was that package? Could have used that earlier in the game. Rams now have a 99.3% chance of winning. Punt is in the air. It's going to hit down at the 30, and it's going to bounce. Rams bounce to the 21. Actually, it's going to make it all the way to the 20. So it's going to be a little bit of a short punt for the Rams, but we're not going to be trapped inside our own 10 this time. That'll be good. We've had 248 people come hang out with us during the live stream. We have 9.5 watch hours on this video. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. Cardinals need a touchdown in by the end of the third quarter. We need a touchdown, or this is going to be, a touchdown by the end of the third quarter. You still have a sliver of a chance for a miracle. Let's take a look at the other scores. How are we doing in the other games? We're in commercial break, so you're missing nothing. The Packers have a 21-14 lead, so the Bears added another field goal. Broncos did add that field goal I was talking about a minute ago, so they're 24-7 over the Raiders, who have the ball. But 4 minutes left. The Broncos are going to pull this one off pretty easily. Good for them. Good for them. The AFC team for me is the Broncos. I'm a Broncos fan as well for the AFC. I got the chain on my wall here. Got this chain at a game, at the Giants game. They handed the Super Bowl 50 anniversary for winning the Super Bowl. But yeah, when all else fails, at least for the last like 8 years, the Broncos and the Cardinals were both trash. So except for that 1 year where the Cardinals did make the wild card, they were actually playing pretty well for half of that season. But the Broncos are actually good this year. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. We're at commercial. Probably will be back any minute now from the commercial break, but we're still on the commercial break. All right, we're coming back from commercial break. There we go. They're showing a highlight from the 1994 game where the Rams beat the Cardinals 14-12. That was the St. Louis Rams, I believe, or who knows how long they were in St. Louis. I don't know. But that was before I was born. I was born that year, 1994. 1 minute, 1 second left in the third quarter. Cardinals need to have a massive play for a touchdown right now. Whatever was happening on the first few drives of the first quarter has completely disappeared for the offense, and we can't get anything going our last 2 or 3 drives. And I think it has a lot to do with the play calling, as we're going to hand it off for no good reason for 2 damn yards. Oh my gosh. There's been another thing I've been concerned about this year. In all the games we've been losing on the last drives, like the 3 or 4 games we've lost on the final drive of the game where we had the ball and a chance to win, and we drove the ball downfield, we showed no urgency in the 2-minute drill or the 4-minute drill, whatever it was. In all those games, we would move the ball slowly. We would hand the ball off for some reason. Everybody would be slow back to the line of scrimmage, and we would take so much valuable time off the clock that we needed. Pass is incomplete. Jacoby Brissett is trying to pass the ball into double coverage for some reason right now and just trying to complete short passes, and his throws aren't accurate right now. The ball keeps flying into the dirt at people's feet for some reason. He's not completing any passes. None of the fun, good routes we were running at the beginning of the game that we were completing are happening anymore. Like literally none of that is going on. I don't know if it's the play calls. Like, what on earth are we watching right now? It's 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals already. We don't need any more of those curl routes. I don't want to see that again. And Jacoby just threw an interception. So he's underthrowing his balls like crazy right now. And he is pissed. He looks very angry right now. And I don't blame him, but he should be upset right now. This is embarrassing. This is awful football right now. Jacoby just threw an interception on a play where Michael Wilson looked open, but Jacoby threw it under. He didn't put any arc on the football. He lasered that right into the defender. If he gets that ball higher, he might get it to Wilson, but honestly, the defender was standing right in front of him the whole damn time, and he looks angry. He should be angry because the last 3 or 4 drives, every drive in the second half so far has been just a shit show. Pardon my French, guys. Try not to cuss too much, but that's the only word I can think of to describe what the Cardinals' offenses looked like. Because now the defense has forced 2 punts, but the offense can't do anything. And never mind, the first play for the Rams already on this drive is another touchdown to Nacua. Downfield for a touchdown. And the Cardinals are losing 38-10. Man, how are we feeling, Cardinals fans? I know we do have Belinda in here hanging out too. She's a 49ers fan. You're a 49ers fan, but I'm sorry, it doesn't look like we're going to help you out today. We're not going to help you out at all today. We are losing by 28 points now. But I do appreciate you hanging out watching the game with me. Very nice of you. Kick is right up the middle, and it is now 38-10 as we speak at this moment. Just night and day. Two completely different football teams are on the field right now. I think like is it on the offensive coordinator that the Cardinals offense started so strong and then decided out of nowhere to just be awful for the rest of the game, or is this more on Jacoby Brissett? I don't know. What disappeared? Did the offense disappear? Did the defense disappear? You've been a 49ers fan since Joe Montana was quarterback. Nice. That's great. Joe Montana, you got to watch him play. I've been only alive when I was born. Joe Montana was quarterback. I'm pretty sure he was quarterback. I think while I was born, he was their quarterback, and then he was their quarterback for a few more years. Kickoff back to the Cardinals is fumbled off of the returner, and then the other returner is going to pick it up and run it to the 20. Can't even catch the damn ball on a kick return now. The whole offense was celebrating in the end zone there. Turner was looking for the ball. He spiked it. Matthew Stafford with a great throw, great catch by Nakua. And then our defender, I think it was Johnson, helped push him into the end zone for that last little boost he needed for a touchdown. Brissett is going to take the snap, and he's going to, again, horrible accuracy on a pass where it's just a curl route. Again, we have a guy running 5 yards, turning around and facing the quarterback, and he's just standing there. And Brissett is not hitting anyone right now. The accuracy is completely gone. It's completely disappeared. And that ball was like, you got to hit your guy like right in the chest, right? He was open that time for a 5-yard gain at least, and he threw the ball way to the right. What happened to Jacoby Brissett? His ankle got stepped on, not his head. What happened to him? Pass to Bam Knight, and Knight gets absolutely crushed after a 2-yard catch. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So we're going to go to commercial break. We have believe it or not, we have another quarter of football left in this game. I don't even know how that's possible. It feels like this game is over, but we get to sit through a whole nother quarter of this. Brissett is a good QB. It is a coaching problem. Joe was QB in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I figured Joe was QB in the 80s and 90s. So he had a few years left after I was born. I was born in 94, so he played for 3 or 4 more seasons. Yeah, that was the Elway Montana years when Elway and Montana would always go at it. But yeah, man, this has been a rough game to watch. We're definitely going to have our few of you guys who have been so awesome watching the game with me, hanging out for the rest of the game possibly, but we have taken a dive in new viewers hopping in because who would want to come hang out in the 38-10 game? They want to all be watching the Packers and the Bears game. End of quarter 3 right now for them. Their game is on par right with us right now. Tom Grassi streaming the Packers game. Brandon Perna streaming the end of the Broncos game. Those are 2 of the biggest NFL sports YouTubers there are. And I am streaming the Cardinals game. The other 2 games are a lot closer. That's a good point. If his ankle is injured, it means he can't plant on his foot to throw because it is his right ankle, which means I think he's a right-handed quarterback, which would mean his back foot, his back foot where he has to plant to throw might be in a lot of pain. And they definitely don't want the 3rd-string quarterback coming in. Because I don't know. I don't think we get a first down at all with that guy. But yeah, if he can't plant to throw, the left foot would be the driving leg, the back foot, the right leg would be the plant You plant on your back foot to throw forward, and then you drive through your left leg. But it's his right ankle, so he seems like he's walking fine out there, but when you have like a 300 plus pound guy step on your ankle, it's not going to feel good. It's probably swollen, probably limiting his mobility, and it might hurt to put weight on it, but he's at least not limping badly on the field. But yeah, this game's definitely over at this point. It's only a matter of making the score look a little bit better, maybe padding some stats for some players, maybe get Wilson a couple more catches, try to get another touchdown. Just show pride in yourselves. They're blitzing for some reason. Brissett's running pretty decently on the leg, and he's gonna go down. That's not gonna be counted as a sack on third down because he did look like he gained about half a yard. A little bit of fighting going on after the play, a little bit of anger on the field right now. Yeah, Brissett was able to run on the ankle a little bit, so I think it's just more of his accuracy has gone downhill in the second half suddenly. It is 4th down and 9. Are we going to go for it, or are we just going to concede defeat and give the ball back? We're going to punt this football, guys. Ding, ding, ding. We're punting the football again. Adrenaline of the game. Dude, turf toe is an awful injury. Turf toe is a horrible injury. Punt return for the Rams is going. He stayed in bounds and passed the entire special teams unit, got all the way past the 50. Maybe stepped out of bounds somewhere along the way, but someone hit the guy. Someone tackle him. Rams coming back out to make it a 45-10 game. That's their goal. There's already all the nails in the coffin, and they're all in very deep. So it's just a matter of like, do they want to add insult to injury, or are they just going to just run the clock out for the rest of the game? We're going to find out. I would appreciate if they would just run the ball, run the clock out, game over with, put us out of our misery kind of thing. Because I can film these videos I need to film before Sunday Night Football starts. The quicker the game ends. But they may try to pass it. They may just be practicing for future games down the road when they get to the playoffs and important games they're going to need to win. Maybe they'll try to do some more passes, try to add to this score. I hope they run the clock out. Our team has given up on both sides of the ball now. The offense wasn't giving up in the first half, and the first run of this play is going to I can't even describe to you what's happening on this. I hope you guys are watching what's happening right now. Blake Corum, first rush, first down, runs for 50 yards right through the A gap and just rushes for a 50-yard touchdown. I don't think he got touched by an Arizona Cardinal defender the entire time. He just rushes for a touchdown, runs all the way in. Let's take a look at the replay here. They're showing it right now. It's going to be a handoff through the A gap, blocking so good. Not a single defender even remotely got within 2 steps of Corum on that entire play. And he ran the ball all the way down the field for about a 48-yard rush and a touchdown. And now it is a 45-10 game, a 1-play drive for the Rams. A 1-play drive. I think I'm going to be pretty angry in my after the game video that I film once we're done with this live stream after the game's over. Be on the lookout for that. I'm going to put that sucker up before Sunday Night Football, or right around when Sunday Night Football comes out, because I got my camera right there. Right when this game is over, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and then I'm going to immediately start filming it with my raw emotion from this disgusting game. Oh, man. I'm also going to make the Cardinals post-game video as well, and I'm going to not hold back on the team. I made a rant last week. It was nothing like the rant I'm going to make this week. I'm going to make a big-time rant this week. I'm actually going to be probably pretty angry in it as well. The only video this year that I've made where I was legitimately angry was the game after the Titans game. But this week, I feel like I'm going to be pretty angry talking about this team again. Let me just put the new battery in before. I'm just going to do that early because that always kills a little bit of time. While we're watching the rest of this game, though, I can do that right now. All right. because this battery was almost dead. Got a new one right over here. All right. Let's see. There we go. Camera's all set for the video that we will film right after this game. I won't be live when I do that, though. There we go. Get it back on the tripod. Okay. We are all set for our videos now after this game is over. We got about maybe a drive or two left for the Cardinals. And I mean, I really don't know. The Rams would have tried to run the clock out. They were literally just trying to run the clock out there, and then they scored a touchdown in one play on a 48-yard touchdown rush. So, like, brother, please, like the Cardinals can't even lose properly. Like, they can't just finally end the game. You definitely have the right to be angry. This game is horrible. I mean, this is the worst game of the season so far. We've had some horrible games this season, and this is the worst one. I think this is worse than the Titans game. And that's saying something. That Titans game was awful, like a historic loss in the NFL. And this is awful because the team is given up. Like, why even show up to the game? Like, why as a player even come to the game as an NFL player when you're getting paid as your job to be an NFL player? To just show up to this game. I mean, I'm speechless right now, and then give this little of effort. I know that the Rams are one of the best teams in the NFC, but this is not professional football. It's like an XFL team versus an NFL team right now. And then we just handed the ball off. So we're now the team trying to run the clock out. Drew Petzing just called a running play on first down for 3 yards. Second play is caught. I think that's McBride for half of what we need for a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 3 or something. Just his 4th catch of the game. He's been completely silent after the first quarter. Now they're showing the obligatory Kyler Murray in his hoodie on the sideline, sitting on the bench. He probably feels great right now. Why did we hand the ball off on first? Why are we handing the ball off again? So we're so bad on defense in this game that instead of them running the clock out to end this football game and get out of here, we're trying to run the ball to run the clock out to end this game because we're doing that poorly. We're doing so bad. Jonathan Gannon doesn't even have his arms crossed anymore. Jonathan Gannon's just standing there with his arms behind his back. We're going to complete the first pass here for 8 yards. Number 20, Bam Knight. There's a flag. Why not? We finally got an 8-yard play. Might as well go backwards with a flag. Oh my gosh. Is this a holding call? 49ers don't do that to opposing teams. Yeah, I mean, they beat us so bad last time, but they did that in the first half. And then they kind of just chilled the second half for the most part when the 49ers beat us last time. I mean, there are some teams in the NFL that will just run the score up, and there are some teams that will just end the game. I think the Rams, I really do think the Rams were just trying to run the clock out on that, though. They ran a ball right up the middle. I mean, you got to stop them at this point. Like, they just tried to run the ball right up the middle, and we couldn't stop them. Nobody even touched him. It's the most basic football play, a running back right up the middle play. Brissett throws the ball in the dirt again. Had a receiver open right in front of him for 5 yards. He can't hit anybody right now. Threw the ball right into the ground. I like Jacoby Brissett. I don't know what's going on with him right now. I think the whole team this is the implosion of the football team right now as we know it. Like this right here, if you haven't seen it the rest of the season, slowly coming to a head, this is officially like the entire team's chemistry is at 0. The whole team is imploding on itself, and everyone has given up on the season and the coaching staff. Like, the coaching staff should have been fired already by now. Every week I say they should be fired this week. This is the week they should be gone. Broken tackle by 86 on that catch. He's going to get about 20 yards on that, down to the 20, and Good catch for him. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Rams have all of their backups in right now. This is like a preseason game at this point, and the Rams are not playing a single starter on defense. They shouldn't be. I mean, this should be all backups at this point. Brissett's rolling out. The offensive line can't even block the backups for the Rams. And Brissett maybe completed that. A good diving catch there by we got a lot of weird we got backups in too. Why are we playing backups? Number 81. Who is number 81? That ball was incomplete. The Rams try to keep getting points. The Niners would have secondary in the fourth quarter, except all the first team is injured this year. Yeah. I haven't watched enough 49ers to know, but that's good to know that they don't run the clock. They don't run the score up. The Rams have definitely run it up a little bit today, but I'm sure they would have tried to keep passing and try to keep running the ball up, but we would never know with the Rams if they would have done that on the last drive. They did start the drive with that handoff right up the middle. If we had stopped them, who knows? Maybe they would have taken a long time and kept trying to run the ball. Who knows? They might have kept passing as well, but we wouldn't know because the first play we allowed a touchdown. Michael Carter completes. The pass is complete to Michael Carter for 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Michael Carter's first catch. He should have been involved a lot more in this game today, offensively, trying to get him the football. But, he did break a tackle there immediately. It's hilarious. Wow, what a great game, Chicago, Green Bay. That would be a game we'd have a lot of people in here watching. We do have 7 of you. Oh, a big catch for a touchdown for Michael Wilson. Really awesome catch right there. Throw by Brissett. And at least my fantasy team's receiver got another touchdown. Michael Wilson is the Cardinals player of the game, hands down. Only guy who showed up today was him and McBride and Brissett a little bit. But he jukes the guy, pass to the back shoulder. Good catch. Really good catch by him. Yeah, we have 7 of you awesome people watching this with us right now. But yeah, if we had the Packers-Bears game, we probably have about 30-something people in here. When we were watching the Jacksonville game in overtime, it got up to 38 people in my stream. So that was an awesome experience. The Cardinals just don't play in close enough games to get people interested in watching the stream, though. The only people who are watching my stream here with me are generally people who just enjoy hanging out with me and like my videos. They're not here for the Cardinals, that's for damn sure. I mean, you 6 people here must be here because you like my channel, because definitely not here for the Cardinals game at this point. So I appreciate it. Big thank you, guys. I'm always going to be nice to you guys who watch my stuff. There we go. That's a better looking score by a sliver. Just a little bit better. Yeah, man, the Bears, 21-21. What a good game. A crazy good game. We're on commercial break on our game, though, because of that touchdown. Now we'll see for sure. We'll see, Belinda, if the Rams do try to run the clock up any further, or if they're just gonna try to run the clock out. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. We'll find out here in just a short moment. Let's see how many people have hopped into our stream. It kind of flatlined for a little bit because there were no new people hopping in because the game is such a blowout. But we've had a few new people. We've had 284 total people hang out with me today for a minute. Cardinals suck balls. Absolutely, dude. 100%. We suck major balls. Yeah, the Cardinals are awful. Like, worst game of the year by far by the defense. I could go play defense equally as bad as these guys. I could go out there. We could get, no pun intended, to go out there and hang out too and play some defense as well. And we'd probably play just about as bad. Just about as bad as the actual defense played today. But at least I'd be getting paid a lot of money to be an NFL player. I'll take the NFL veteran minimum. Or I'll take the rookie minimum. I'll take whatever the hell you want to call it. I'll go out there. I'll miss tackles. I'll miss coverages. I'll allow all sorts of crap to happen. Offense stinks too. I mean, They stink most of the time, but with Brissett, they've been looking a little bit more effective. They in the entire second half until that touchdown, they looked like crap. But the in the first half, they looked decent half the time, and the other half they looked like crap. With Jacoby Brissett, they've been averaging more than 300 yards passing per game, and Michael Wilson's been going off a little bit. McBride's been going off a little bit. We have zero rushing game though, and been absolutely, I mean, just so inconsistent and pretty garbage overall. But this offense shows flashes of being so good, and then opposite of that will just be so awful, so awful half the time. This game, they've been awful more than half the time. We've been averaging about 28 points with Brissett at quarterback every game, and we've only got 17 today, so not great. They're bringing in Garoppolo. What a slap in the face to us. They're bringing in all the backups for the entire offense and defense. That is how much this game is over. They put Stafford on the sideline. They're not risking any injuries. My dog came in here. He's like, why are you still streaming this game right now? That's how bad we're losing. 11:08 left in the fourth quarter. I'm amazed. The entire fourth quarter is going to be a preseason game now. The entire fourth quarter is going to be the Rams backups of every position versus the Cardinals defense. Can the Cardinals starters stop the Rams backups? This is going to be fun to watch here. First handoff goes for 5 yards, though. We'll find out who the backups are here. There's Rivers, third string running back for the Rams. He got 6 actually on the first carry. If the Rams backups here, this might be kind of fun actually for a second. Can the Cardinals ones on defense stop the Rams twos? If let's just see if we can add more of our rage to the after game, post game show that I'm going to make after this game. Let's see what happens. 10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Now Garoppolo, it is not Stafford. It is Garoppolo under center. Is there a false start? Looks like we might have a false start here. Delay of game on the offense. Jimmy Garoppolo is a good QB, but he's the backup, and that's the part where I'm saying it's like the whole fourth quarter, the Rams are like, we're just going to play all our backups. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is a good enough QB. They could move the ball here, but you have all the backup receivers and running backs and O-line. Everyone's a backup right now. Another flag on that one. Maybe a false start. We'll see what this flag is. Definitely looking a lot better now that the twos are in for the Rams. Illegal shift on the offense. So it's very clear that the backups are in now for the Rams because it's starting to make some little mistakes here and there. There's some good reps for them, though. Yeah, Garoppolo was good for literally for the 49ers. Took you guys to a NFC championship and then also a Super Bowl. I think a Super Bowl also. Was it the one you guys lost to the Chiefs? Handoff for 2 yards. Nugget, you want the toy? Go get the toy. Yeah, because I know the 49ers went to an NFC championship in back-to-back years. Unfortunately for you guys, I think maybe you lost both of those Super Bowls, but still much better than the Cardinals. But you guys made it to 2 Super Bowls, which is pretty cool. 2 NFC championships. Rivers is going to get about 6 again. We still have our ones in, and they can't stop up the middle to the third string running back right now. We might have put in a few backups. I see Hall. I see Crawford. They're going to punt it on 4th and 6. That's our special teams unit. Man. It is still 21-21 in the Bears game. Only 4 minutes left. Yeah, 4 years in a row. Yeah, he did great. But that system is honestly because Purdy now is doing a great job too. Kyle Shanahan is just such a good coach. Let's see the punt back into the end zone. It's gonna be a touchback. Kyle Shanahan is such a good coach that I feel like really almost any quarterback could succeed in that offense, because you've seen Mac Jones do well this year, Brock Purdy's done well this year. They're both good quarterbacks, but like the game manager quarterback, like a really good, just like a even an average quarterback would do so good in that offense because the 49ers are so stacked with talent and their coaching staff is really good and their offensive coordinator is good. Um, Unlike the Cardinals coaching staff, which should not be here anymore. All right, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. There is about 8.5 minutes left in the game. We're going to still keep passing the football. Ball over the head of the guy 4 yards in front of him. Again, that was another off target throw by Brissett. Yeah, Mac Jones played good in the games he played this year. Green. Okay. We'll see how they score this time. It's going to be up to Caleb Williams to go try to tie that game again. Man, we're watching a good game right now, but the Bears and Packers, that seems like the game of the week right now. Pass completed to Wilson for about 12 yards. A little bit of garbage time stat padding. There we go. 8 minutes left in the quarter. Let's move slowly. Let's just run this clock out. Pass completed by McBride. About 5 yards on 1st down. I'm even like not even excited to finish play calling this game. But there we go. About 6 yard completion to from Brissett to McBride. I'm talking like I've been drinking. That's how I'm saying things wrong now because of how disappointed I am at the moment. 6 viewers at the moment with us. Thank you for watching the game with me. You guys are awesome. Pass completed to Wilson. He's going to get 20, about 30 yards on that play. And at least Michael Wilson's having a good day. Trey McBride, that catch right there is his 15th straight game with 5+ catches. Ties the longest streak all time by a tight end. Travis Kelce is the guy he just tied. And if he gets 5+ catches next week against the Texans, he will have the record. Handoff on 1st down. Gonna go for about 8 yards. Of course, we got to keep in mind we're playing the twos right now. So no wonder we're moving the ball a little better. None of their starters are in on defense. Trey McBride's jersey is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, just like Brissett's is for those most completions in a game. So we're getting a couple jerseys in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. How about that? Brissett's going to rush for 3 or 4 yards and a 1st down and then lay there like an old man and now limp his way back to the line. Lay there looking the same way that honestly I feel about the Cardinals right now. About 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Let's move it slowly, guys. Keep moving the ball, but move it slowly. I can't do this any longer. Brissett almost sacked. He's going to throw this ball to Carter. Carter going to make the catch. Carter going to get about 12 yards and a 1st down. Oh, it's almost like Michael Carter has speed and should be used more like that. But maybe someone tell Drew Petzing. All right, 5 minutes 50 on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the 16-yard line of the Rams. Trying to make this a 3-touchdown deficit. Throw to the end zone is incomplete. Nobody was there. You know, I can't crap to Kyler Murray on that. Kyler Murray did some throws like that in the first 3 games of the season where he threw it. Nobody was there. Brissett hadn't been doing that as much, but that happened just then, right there. Difference between all the NFC West teams is the coaching. Rams have Sean McVay. Niners have Kyle Shanahan. And Seahawks have Mike McDonald, who is young but promising. And then there's the Cardinals. Absolutely, dude. I like the Seahawks coaching staff. Obviously, you got McVay and Shanahan on those 2 California teams who are established, really good coaches who have established themselves as going to be really good. Like, you don't have to worry about your coaching staff, and that's a relief. And then, yeah, the Seahawks coaching staff, that new young guy, he's building a really great team. It's really awesome. It's almost like I wish the Cardinals could figure out how to do that. Like one of these days, maybe the Cardinals can figure out how to get a good coach. We haven't had a good coach since Bruce Arians, who may be our greatest coach of all time. and we only had him for 3 or 4 years. I think we just make awful coaching decision after awful coaching decision. Honestly, I like Cliff Kingsbury more than I like Point over his 3 years, well, his 4 years versus this 3 years. The offense was better under Cliff at least. Touchdown Green Bay, very cool. Green Bay took the lead. Brissett throws to the end zone over the head into double coverage of Wilson. He's just basically like Wilson's down there somewhere. He's trying to get him the football every time. It's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. My voice is finally leaving me. Just in time for me to rage. Just showing Kyler Murray on the sidelines. He's probably feeling much better about himself. He's right next to James Conner. Who knows if he's actually hurt or not? I really don't think Kyler's actually injured anymore. And I think he hasn't been hurt for a while. I think they're just keeping him out because they don't want him to play for them anymore. But Kyler's going to get the last laugh because the Cardinals aren't winning anything without him. Throw to the end zone over the head of McBride would have been a wide open touchdown. There was nobody around McBride. Wide open in the end zone. He had Trey McBride for a touchdown, and he threw it way over his head. This just goes back to most of the missed accuracy. He broke the ankles of the defender, completely broke his ankles. And if Brissett just throws this side with any sort of accuracy, it's a touchdown for the Cardinals and a touchdown for McBride. He does not care about the score. He has not given up on this team. He has not given up on this game. Give him as much money as he wants to stay here. Give him anything he needs to stay here. Brissett threw that ball like 2 yards over his head, though. He's had horrible accuracy in the second half. Brissett looking to throw. He's going to throw to the end zone, and that's incomplete on 4th and 10. And the Cardinals are not going to be able to get any points or a touchdown against the Rams' backup players. And Brissett is angry again. Turnover on downs for the Cardinals against the Rams' backup defenders. They're showing Brissett something, throwing the football to the end zone. But even when we have a guy open, then Brissett misses him. All right, the backups for the Rams back out there, and they're going to for about 8 yards on 1st down. You know, Josh Jacobs scored that touchdown for the Green Bay Packers. Pretty cool. There's 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter of that game. Best game of the afternoon window. The Broncos smacked up on the Raiders, and actually the Raiders, wow, the Raiders scored 10 points late to make it a 7-point game, but the Broncos still ended up winning. That's a little concerning for Broncos fans. They allowed 10 points real late at the end of the game there. And then that Packers game is really close. And off on 2nd down. Going to be a 1st down for the Rams. We still have a lot of our ones in on defense. Just can't make a stop right now. Man, I'm not looking forward to playing the Rams in the last game of the season. It is surprising for Raiders fans. That's true. They've been so bad this year. All right, the Rams just look like they're going to keep handing it off. They're in another formation that looks like a handoff to the left here. A lot of blocking on the left side. They're going to hand this football off again for a gain of 2. That's going to bring the clock down to about 3 minutes and 10 seconds before the next snap. Big thank you to every one of you who watched the stream with me today. This game looks like it's nearing its end mercifully for the Cardinals. We gained 2 new subs during the live stream. Got 4 likes on the live stream. Really appreciate all of you who sat here and watched it with me today. If I decide to do Sunday Night Football, you know where to find me. I'll be back here watching Sunday Night Football. Maybe it'll be a better game than this game was. Handoff on 2nd and 8. Going to get about all he needs for a 1st down almost. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 here. Next Sunday afternoon games, Lions and Rams are going to be one of the afternoon window games. Maybe I'll watch that one. Maybe I'll watch the Rams again in the afternoon. Maybe next week we'll do the Cardinals game, then we'll do a triple header. Maybe we'll do games all day long on the channel. Maybe we'll watch two games that are not a Cardinals game and then the Cardinals and Texans at the beginning of the day. 3rd and 2 for the Rams. Going to be another handoff. And they're right at the line. Maybe they'll do a measurement. Looked like he might have gotten it, though. Looks like the Cardinals have most of their twos in now. There's still a couple starters in. But mostly it's just a complete and total backup game right now. The entire last half of the fourth quarter has been the twos for both teams, essentially, but a few ones hanging out for the Cardinals still. And we reached the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. Last commercial break, hopefully, for the game. Arizona still looking really pretty with that sunset, though. That's a positive. 2-minute warning in the Bears game as well. Oh, nice. And just switch to that game and watch the end of the Bears game instead. Let's see if I can get my remote and put it on the TV in front of me. Because we got to get something here. I got the Cardinals on a little thing right in front of me. Let's put the Bears on right in front of me on the TV. Let's see what we can do here. I want to watch a good ending to a game in the afternoon window, one that's not the Cardinals game. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to put the Bears game on right in front of me on the TV with the Packers. We got the Cardinals down in front of me here, but let's see what we got. I got NFL Sunday tickets, so I can have all of them on. I just didn't want my connection to get too bad during the stream, but we're almost done with it, so. Looks like I'm on a commercial break right now on the Bears one. 2 commercial breaks. They have the same commercial happening on both games at the same time right now. It's the Fan Like a Pro commercial. Okay, let's see. Yeah, back. We got the Bears and Packers right here, 2-minute warning. We also got the Cardinals coming back from their 2-minute warning. The Bears are driving in that game. Really close to actually, they're at the 23. That's cool. And the handoff for the Bears, they're going to get about 6. This may be an overtime game. Wow. That's the game to be streaming right now. Maybe it would be better if I just streamed all the afternoon games at once and had them all on and just talked about all of them at the same so that I could get everyone in who wants to watch all the games. It'd be like NFL Game Day, except it'd be Ryan edition. Handoff for the Bears. Going to go almost a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for them. Looks like the Rams are about to snap the ball. They're kneeling the ball down. So this game is over for Arizona. Another down. We got one more kneel down, and this game will be done for this horrible Cardinals-Rams game. Unfortunately, I've had some time to sizzle down, so I need to get myself a little bit angry again so I can make this post-game video to show everybody how I was actually feeling during the game and how Cardinals fans should be feeling right now. 40 seconds left in both games. I just want to see the end of this Bears game real quick, too. Bears got, ooh, they may not have gotten a first down there. It might be fourth down. That was a good hit. As the Rams go to 10-3, the Cardinals move to 3-10, and the game is over there in Arizona. AZ games blacked out in your area. Yeah, I get that. I bought NFL Sunday tickets so I could do the live streams more and watch any game I wanted and talk about any game I wanted and stuff like that. Because I can't watch Cardinals games here in Colorado either. So I got NFL Sunday ticket to watch the Cardinals. Now I'm realizing it was a waste of money, but it wasn't a waste of money to be able to watch any of the other games. Yeah, so 4th-1 for the Bears here against the Packers. That's pretty exciting. This is a crazy game. Wow. There's only 27 seconds left. Let's see what my fantasy team ended up being now that we have my phone back. Sunday Night Football comes on in 1 hour, too. They're showing highlights from that game right now. Let's see here. Fourth and 1 for the Bears. Let's see if they can get the first down. Going to roll out. Caleb Williams looking to throw. He's going to throw this to the end zone. It's intercepted. He threw an interception to the Packers. Really bad throw by Williams. They just needed 1 yard. He went to the end zone and he underthrew that for an interception. Wow. And the Bears are going to lose. The Packers are going to win. All right. Well, that one wraps that one up as well. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on my Cardinals post-game rant and Cardinals fans during the Rams video. Thank you so much for watching the game with me today. I will see you guys in my next live stream, and I will see everybody later. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out, Belinda. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. The Cardinals had a rough day, but it's fun hanging out with the people who want to watch the stream with me. We'll see you soon. Tonight, I'll try to get one of the videos up. All right. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.